Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to Nat 1. So, for the first half of last session, we did have a bit of technical difficulties and it didn't record my microphone, but that's okay. The second half will be available on YouTube, but yeah, the first half is a dud, unfortunately. Well, thankfully, it was a tavern session. The party met Sue Harabax, the owner of the inn at the end of the road, a wandering tavern which walks on human feet throughout hither. Inside, they all paid to stay there with trinkets, Oswald attempting to pay with an invisible clock, which turned out to be nothing, which then turned out to be the lovely gift of a joke, thanks to a last-minute scramble by Flopsy. Sue was impressed by the joke and told Oswald he could perform a stand-up show, which was captured in the second part, which will be uploaded on YouTube. Also, during the first half, Flopsy made a very cheerful atmosphere and helped Arena, the Dragonborn cook, feel a bit more confident by making cupcakes with her and sharing them out. They also met Alexander the Tabaxi bouncer, Vass the half-orc maid, and also noticed that Eliwick Tumblestrum was there playing music for an old man who acts exactly like an ape. In the second half, Oswald got a bit of stage fright, so Archie stalled for him, telling a long and elaborate layered joke which many people didn't quite understand, but those who did understood the meta qualities of the joke and so on, and thus found it highly sophisticated and hilarious. After the old man had calmed down, Eliwick went to relax with a drink, and the party had a nice chat with her, sharing stories, and Archie told a poem of how she lost her love. Holland tries to express himself, but can't, and they ask Eliwick about her powers to disappear and reappear, but Eliwick can't recall that. It is as though she's meeting the party for the first time. She does, however, reveal that they are destined to meet Bavlorna Blightstraw, the hag who has taken over the domain of Hither. So anyway, let us begin today's session. So, here we are. That's not working, is it? And that's not going to work, so we're going to cancel that. Anyway. Let's get my music back on. 'Twas the first night in Hither, and all through the inn. Not a creature was stirring, not even a chicken. The inn closed for the night with all of its guests, going up to bed, not knowing they would be blessed. The party were nestled, all snug in their beds, while visions of holidays danced in their heads. And Sue, Alexander, Vass and Arena started to dream of a Hither that is oh so much greener. When out on the roof there arose such a clatter, Alexander sprang up to see what was the matter. Up to the roof he pounced and reached with his paws, but paused in his tracks, for he couldn't believe what he saw. A winter Eladrin, dressed all in blue and white, wrapped in a flurry of snow twinkling in the night. Alex thought for a moment he was going insane. It was the fabled Eladrin who visits the material plane. The Eladrin gave Alex a small nod and a wink, for his sombre face had begun to go pink. And before Alexander could barely blink, the Eladrin jumped in the chimney and started to sink. Alex jumped down and back in time to see the winter Eladrin putting gifts under a tree. A magical tree that was sparkling so bright, with tinsel and glitter and small fairy lights. Dreamlike joy swelled up in Alex's chest, and he wanted to tell the mysterious fellow they're the best. But when he looked up from the twinkly sight, the winter Eladrin had disappeared into the night. Flopsy, Holland, Oswald, Archie, and even little Marielle herself. You've all been having such a deep and comfortable sleep, full of your dreams, your all individual dreams that you've told me about. You're dreaming about those dreams, and your sleep begins to grow lighter and lighter, and you all wake up very softly and relaxed, and you can see the windows are packed with snow, and there's small beams of sunlight shining in through each window on you. You're all in your own respective bedrooms. Archie, you've got your own bedroom. Oswald, you've got your own bedroom. Flopsy and Holland, you are sharing the bedroom with Marielle, whose sleepy little head's just popped up and she's blinking around the room.
Oh, wow, I haven't slept that well since we were back in the carnival. Oh wait, that was last night. It feels like forever ago.
It does really feel like an awful long time ago. Flopsy is doing the most deadliest stretches you've ever seen, and as he gets out of bed, starts trying to reach down to touch his toes. His paws don't reach his toes when he bends, and just starts doing general things that crick every bone in his body as he moves his arms around. It is really good to have a big rest, though. I feel like I could run around 1,000 times now. I could barely make it up the stairs last night.
Yeah, I feel pretty energetic too. Holland's still like tucked in bed. He's making most of every single second of sleep he can.
Well, now, come on. Here, Flopsy checks his pocket watch. There's a time and a place for sleeping, and we've just had it in this very room. Now it's time to get up, Holland.
I'm still having it though. I'll just have a few more minutes.
You always have a few more minutes, Holland. This is what Mr. Witch and Mr. Light are always complaining about.
Yeah, but they're not here now. Can do whatever we want.
That is true. Could do what we want. What do you want to do?
I want to sleep for a few more minutes.
Well, I think I want breakfast. I think it seems like breakfast time. He kind of gives side eyes to Holland to see if their face changes at the prospect of food.
Yeah, his ears like perk up a bit, even though he's trying to pretend to be asleep still.
Well,
that does sound good.
Flopsy kind of paces around and goes over to Marielle. And what about you, little chicken? Is there anything you want to do today? Is it time for you to get up as well?
Peach, you can have Marielle, Peach, if you want to say what she's doing.
Well, Marielle's just Marielle's chomping on the straw that she's sleeping on. She takes a step forward to Flopsy, and then just sort of looks at you.
It seems like Marielle has come up with an ingenious idea. They seem to have merged the idea of bed and breakfast into one. Holland, write this down. It might be a good idea for the feasting orchard when we get back. A place to rest and a place to eat.
That's a good idea. Well, Holland like picks up his pillow and starts sizing it up. What do they make these out of anyway?
Well, Flopsy covers Marielle's ears. I think they might be made of feathers. And then takes his paws away from Marielle's ears. They probably won't be very good to eat, but say if we made it out of some sort of cotton candy or, yes. Flopsy's eyes just kind of wistfully go into the air. Anyway,
go with your cupcakes.
Yes. Oh, what could the cupcakes be? He starts kind of looking at the posts on the bed and like feeling the top of the post. Just
what was that thing?
Sorry, I did an accident. Yeah, anyway, continue. Just ignore me.
That was the jingles in Flopsy's mind.
The jingles in Flopsy's mind.
Holland's gonna go over to Marielle as well now and just kind of have a look at her. Is she still a bit? She went quite vacant. Does she still have that kind of glazed over look?
She looks very distracted. Yeah. She seems to be able to sort of look at Flopsy and then look at Holland, but she doesn't seem to have the Marielle kind of spirit that she once had.
She just doesn't have that Marielle spirit that she once had. I don't know.
Well, I don't really wish to start the day with such sad thoughts, but missing Ayla's kind of affects everybody differently, doesn't it? So I think Marielle maybe just needs a bit more time. She was with Ayla longer than we were.
Yeah, it makes me sad that she's not here.
Well, this might sound a bit strange, but it's good to remember her. First thing in the morning, we're in high spirits, feeling rested, and I think that's a good time to remember someone that you care about. Don't always have to remember them in the saddest and darkest of moments.
But what if I can't help it? I feel like every time I come back to Alar, I feel like it's partly my fault that she's not here anymore.
Well, I don't know how any of us could take it so personally, really. We were all there, we all had our part to play, but we all understood the risks. It was nobody's fault, really, Holland. Some things just happen. So, what were you saying?
I know, but it's just... If I hadn't insisted on going in that cave, you know, we all nearly died. I thought I was doing good, but I could have gotten everyone killed. And I did get someone killed.
Holland, when we went in there, you saw what they were doing, who they were, and you saw the poor expression on the face of Jingle Jangle, who I just remembered the name of. you, you heard what they were saying and the reaction. We simply couldn't let something like that just carry on, could we? All of us, every single one of us, all four. Ayla especially. We all made the decision to go in there and stop it, and we would do it again. Flopsy kind of thinks on that for a second. We would do it again, even Ayla. Ayla wouldn't have stood for something like that happening right next to us and walking away. It's sad what happened, but it's nothing to do with it being your fault or anything like that. We had to do what we had to do.
I just hope she's happy wherever she is.
Me too. I hope one day we can find out for sure. I don't know how all of this stuff works, really. But, you know, sometimes you lose something and see it again eventually. Maybe one day we'll find out that she's smiling.
I hope
I'm sure
so.
she is.
I prayed to Lyra that she would be happy last night, and, you know, Lyra's not let me down so far, so I'm sure she's having a wonderful time wherever she is.
Well, again, I don't know much about that Lyra of yours, but Lyra's been watching out for you for quite some time now, from what I've seen, so...
Oh, yes! I haven't even...
I'm inclined to believe that too. Oh?
She spoke to... Well, she didn't speak to me, but she was, like, guiding me when I got lost.
You heard her voice, or did you
No,
see? Oh.
There was, like... I was trying to find where I was going, and I touched, like, my symbol, and I was like, where do I go? And then it was like alive, and it was like this way, but like, you know, in like light. It was really
She's
cool.
jaw kind of drops a little bit.
I was very excited to tell you, but then I met Archie and we got a bit distracted.
Oh, well, that's no problem. I mean, meeting a new friend is always distracting, but you know, I remember ever since I first met you, I thought you were a very special bunny, Holland, and it's really showing now.
Oh, thank you. I think you're special too.
Well, I don't exactly have a joyous god looking after me, but hey, as long as I stay next to you, I won't find myself in any sad predicaments, hopefully.
Of course not. I ask her to look after you all the time.
Flopsy just kind of smiles at that. Well,
Aww.
hopefully, well, not even hopefully, I know that'll happen. She's guided you this far, she'll keep on guiding you. As Ayla said, it's all about destiny, and if Lyra is pointing us in this direction, then surely everything will come together in the end.
Yeah. I think right now she's guiding me to some breakfast downstairs. What do you think?
Yes, I think we need to find everybody else first. What's the betting where the first one's up and Oswald and Archie are still asleep?
Definitely.
Flopsy will kind of lead the way out, and is anyone else doors open or doors closed?
But how wrong Flopsy was. Archie has been awake for a good while now.
There we go.
Archie began her morning with the simple things. She looked in the mirror, and her hair was messy as heck. So obviously, she brushes her hair. She does her morning routine. She looks in the mirror. She starts singing to herself. 5 silvers, iridescent. 5 silvers, iridescent. As she sort of selects her outfit for the day.
Yes.
And of course she's singing a lovely song to herself. She gets dressed in her usual attire, making herself think, why did I even bother looking through my outfits? But she knows that one day she'll wear her other outfits, but it's just not today. And then she, of course, does what the normal thing to do is, and of course she counts out her arrows, makes sure she's got the correct amount, so that she knows what she's able to do if it comes to it. And then she starts practicing a few arrow shots, just training her aim, which is already pretty awesome. And she sits down on the bed, begins thinking. And at this point, Flopsy comes to the door.
So as Flopsy comes out, first door that Flopsy sees, rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat, knocks on it, and just kind of waits there expectantly to see if the door will open within the next 5 seconds before he knocks again.
You see an arrow shoot through the door, it comes very close to hitting you, and then you hear a voice.
Oh, you cut out.
We hear a voice.
Oh, sorry.
I hear a voice.
Yeah. So yeah, basically she shoots an arrow through the wood, which almost hits you. It doesn't. Okay, I'm not dealing damage. And then she says, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Yeah. And then she says, "Who's there?"
It's Flopsy. Flopsy Lapoose. Your new friend.
Well, why didn't you just say so? And then she opens the door, and you see that she's dressed exactly how she was yesterday, but she's feeling good about herself.
Aww. You see Flopsy lying flat on the floor, peering up from the brim of the top hat, because he's just hit the deck at an arrow being fired at him. Morning!
What are you doing on the floor?
Oh, it takes me a while to get the old bones stretched in the morning, and he stands up and starts stretching his back. Hey, why did you fire an arrow at me? I only meant to knock good morning, seeing if you're awake.
I didn't fire an arrow at you. I fired an arrow at the door. Wait, you? No, you're not the door. I don't understand.
Oh, you see, I was on the other side of the door because I knocked on it. So when the arrow hit the door, it nearly hit me.
Oh. Well, just be careful when you stand on the other side of the door. I mean, this door swings outwards, so you should always take a step back anyway, in case I open the door and hit you in the face with it.
Oh, that's very good advice, actually. But even if I stepped a few feet backwards, an arrow could still. Anyway, I'll remember in the future. Do you not like knock waking up? So should I yell out my name while I knock, or?
Well, it would certainly be more useful if you did that, or if you have a special kind of knock that I can remember. Do you have a special kind of knock that I can remember?
I'm sure I could make one. Which kind of rhythms do you prefer?
Well, let's hear
I
what
could do an
rhythms you've
offbeat
got.
swing time waltz.
Well, let's hear it.
Flopsy would know what that means, but I sure don't. He does a knock in swing time. He just does a fancy rap on the door.
Well, I can remember that. Very familiar and very, very regal almost. Very Chicken King-esque. So, easy to remember. Is Holland awake?
Oh, hey.
Holland was awake. Oh.
I walk up behind you. I accidentally say in character.
Whenever Holland wakes up, he gets into his narrative phase.
It's just how I reconnect with the day. It's something that, Lyra worshippers do.
I know a few people who do that, to be honest.
Anyway,
Not
what's
that
this
strange.
arrow doing in the door?
Oh, I was just practicing my archery, and then well, I guess I was caught a bit off guard because someone knocked in an unfamiliar knock, and I didn't know who it was. So I shot the arrow through the door.
You are firing an arrow inside? Ugh, no one ever lets me do that. I'm so jealous.
Well, do you have any arrows and bows?
No. I have a hand axe, though.
You have a hand axe?
Yeah. Oh, and a dagger.
Oh God, what are you going to use those for?
Well, you can, you throw arrows. You can throw an axe and a dagger as well. It's like the same thing.
Well, I try not to hit people with my arrows. I mean, unless I'm trying to hit them. I try not to shoot at people with my arrows, unless it comes down to it. And you, Holland, should be more careful, because swinging an axe around is very dangerous.
Okay. I just, I thought it would be really cool to be able to be one of those, like, people who can throw knives at people and get really close but not quite hit, but Flopsy would just never let me practice, and to hear that you can do it with arrows, that's really cool.
Oh well, thank you, Holland. Is your Gnomeling friend with you?
Oh, well, I was just going to go and knock on Oswald's door. I'll let you two talk about nearly and not hitting me with arrows and axes. Flopsy goes up and does his newfound knock on Oswald's door. Hello, Oswald. It's Flopsy. Oh, hello.
And Oswald is just pacing up and down with his hands behind his back.
Flopsy comes into the room. Did you have a good sleep, Oswald? Those out there, they're talking about firing weaponry very close to me, so I'm just going to stand in here for a while, if that's okay. How was your sleep?
My sleep was well. That sounds very irresponsible, though. So, I want to be clean. I need a shower. I feel dirty.
I haven't seen where the showers or anything are around here. I could maybe clean your clothes for you. It probably wouldn't help your beard and your general body. We could always ask about showers.
I have a musk.
Flopsy's nose just kind of twinges a little bit, and he's kind of pulls back. He tries to hide that he's just smelt the musk. Yes. Well, I was thinking of breakfast. I have food on the mind. But over breakfast, we could ask about facilities. I'm sure they have to have something around here.
As long as I don't reek everybody out at breakfast, I think I'll be okay.
Oh no, I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean, it's easy for me. I tend to clean myself a lot of the time. Yes, we can see what they have. Are you ready to go down for breakfast, or would you like to practice arrow throwing or book reading?
I'm quite hungry, so I think I'll go down to breakfast.
Right. Well, stay behind me for a second. I will just check out here. Flopsy's going to peer his head outside the door to see if there's any projectiles being thrown.
There is none from Archie, who has collected her arrow from the door.
Helen's like showing off the dagger, not showing off, but like showing it to Archie, being like, "So I think because it's sharp enough that it would get lodged, but not quite sharp enough to do like real damage. I think it would be okay."
Well, I think that you should always be very careful about hurting people, because it's generally considered rude.
Oh, I would never hurt anyone though. It's meant to get near them.
Well, I always keep my bow and arrow with me, just in case. But I think you should keep that with you just in case. But I think maybe you should keep it in your pocket or something. Well, maybe not in your pocket, because that could get you hurt, but keep it somewhere safe.
I suppose I don't really have anywhere good for it. Do you want?
Do I want it?
Yeah.
Well, let me think. Archie starts patting around to see if she has anything she can give. Let me think. I have this, and she is about to pull out a short sword and then realizes the issue with and then she changes her mind very quickly, and then says, "Well, you can have. Can I have it now and then think of something to give you later?"
Okay.
Okay, I promise I'll get you something.
Aww.
And I always keep my word.
Well, don't worry. You can always just have it on me if you don't think of anything.
Have it on you? Oh, I
Well,
don't.
on my person, but I mean, like, like how people say it's on the house, but there's no house here, so it's just on me.
We are in a house.
This is an inn. This isn't a house. Is that why you were firing arrows? Do you think this is a house?
Well, I don't really mind. House, tavern, inn, out. It's all the same to me. But I'll find something really nice for you, like something really good when I find it.
Okay. Don't worry about it, but thank you. Oh, actually, as Helen sees Flopsy and Oswald emerge, he just nips up the corridor and says to Oswald, "I still have this if you want it back," and gives him back his gardening book, which I don't think I've given back yet. So, a breakfast?
Sounds like a good plan to me. As Oswald goes by Flopsy, presuming Oswald will leave the room with him, Flopsy's just going to put a paw on Oswald's shoulder and cast Prestidigitation to make him smell like fresh berries. I think the rest has done you well, Oswald, actually. I wouldn't worry too much about the shower. You smell quite refreshing.
Where's that musky smell gone? Archie with 18 passive perception says.
Don't worry about that.
Okay. So,
Last
That's
one
what
downstairs,
Flopsy keeps
rotten egg.
saying. What? No.
Ow! Flopsy, you stood on me.
Oh, sorry. Big feet. Sorry.
It's okay.
alright, so you all make your way downstairs. And let's have a look here.
Hey.
Hey, we're all in a stack now.
Hey.
Hey, we did the
Holland
funny thing.
won. He's not the rotten egg, I won't have that.
Neither is Archie, who was very concerned at the prospect of becoming a rotten egg.
Good. Something to always fear.
Alright.
We put
Oh
the
no,
fear
the
of
last one's
Lyra in her.
Marielle's
I was going to say, we left Marielle behind.
You
I
walk,
can't move Marielle.
you walk in to a very strange but comfortable sight. You... let's have a look here. You immediately notice that Alexander is laying on his back, holding a ball of yarn in his paws, and he's like pushing it up and down, like giggling with it. His back's to you because he's sort of like led on the ground facing away, and you see that he's got this like sort of barrel of like knitting equipment, sort of like big balls of yarn and wool and things like that all in a barrel. You see Vasilisa is sort of like spinning around in a new dress. Arena is sort of unpacking a lot of different cooking utensils. Sue's sort of like unfolding a lot of different tea towels with different pictures on. And by Penelope the chicken, there is a huge pile of extremely good corn that does not need to be separated from the bad corn at all.
Wow.
You see that Order Up is enjoying a little mouse dangling out of its beak, and it throws it up into the air and catches it, and nearby it's got a bucket of other mice as well that it's sort of feasting on. And as soon as you walk in, like Alexander sort of scrambles up and is like, look what happened! And he points towards the pile of gifts in the corner there.
Did the winter Eladrin come?
You know about the winter Eladrin?
Well, I've heard stories.
Well,
The winter Eladrin who comes and brings gifts.
I have only ever lived in Prismia. I don't know about the Winter Eladrin. So I heard the stories about it, but I didn't think it was true. And he like grabs his yarn and he's like, look what it brought for me. It said it was from Sue.
Yarn.
Yes. Sue's giggling and she says, oh yes, I had a dream that I would give him some yarn somehow, and it just happened overnight. Vass is spinning around going, thanks for my dress, Arena, this is great. And Arena's just looking, smiling at everyone, and Alexander, these cooking utensils are just perfect. And they all look extremely full of joy, and Alex says, it looks like these presents are all named for you as well. And he points to the huge pile of gifts in the corner.
Wow, we get something?
There's a lot of presents over there for you and for everyone here. And some for people who are not here that I don't know. I don't know who Felix is, and I don't know who Alar is, but there are some... I did peek, I'm sorry, I did look at the name tags, just to see if they were from me or not, I don't know. Sorry, but... anyway, do you want to play with my new ball? And it's a ball of yarn.
Well, I want to open my presents first, especially if it's from Winter Eladrin.
Alright. Archie, you're going to open a present first. So, we have for Archie, we've got one here. We've got one here.
Colour-coded.
Yeah, we've got one here. So these are Archie's presents. There's another one for Archie. Wait, where is it? Oh, no, wait. No, it's just those three for Archie. Holland, yours are...
I'll move over here so I am
there you
more
go.
distinct.
We've got Holland, we've got that one's for Oswald, this one's for Holland, this one's for Holland, this one's for Holland, These are for Flopsy. I'll put them on this table here. These are for Flopsy. This one's for Oswald. This one's for Oswald. This one's for Oswald. This one's for Flopsy. This one's to Felix. This one's to Felix. This one's to Felix. And these two are for Alar. And also, there is an orb which I'd like you to open last that says to Holland and Flopsy and friends. Okay. Oswald, are you coming in?
Oh yeah, Oswald's already.
Oswald can't move.
When you walk in, Alexander's like, "Look, Oswald, you have some presents on the table here for you."
Oh, thank you.
I'll mind out of your way. I don't want to, feel weird that I'm watching or anything, but I am so excited. I saw him with my own eyes. It was late last night. I was scared it was a robber or something, but no. Alright, who's opening a present first?
Just like a dad on Christmas, watching all of the kids open the presents first.
Yeah.
Flopsy's sensed the excitement from Alexander and is just going to go up and start playing with his ball of yarn with him, just batting it back and forth.
Oh, thank you. I like this very much. It's so exciting. Alright, who wants to open a present first?
Holland.
Alright, which one do you open?
I'll go for the gold one that's in front of him.
Alright, the gold one, you see it says from Felix.
Oh.
So, you open up this gift, and inside there is a magic wand, which produces streams of flowers, bouquets, and can decorate an entire house with flowers. In other words, it allows you to cast plant growth once per long rest.
Aww. Felix is thinking of me wherever he is.
Alright, do you want me to copy these into the chat so you can all copy it down into your inventory? And by the way, get your inventories open, guys. Everybody get your inventories open because there's a lot of presents. Alright. Also, I might have a few typos in my thing because I've typed them all really quickly considering... but yeah, so that one's from Holland. From Felix to Holland. Who wants to open the next present? Don't all jump at once. Alright, which one do you want to open? You've got a gold one, white one, red one, or yellow one?
The golden one.
Gold one, you can see that it says it's from Felix. You might see a pattern here. Alright, okay. You open it up, and inside this gift is a Clockwork carousel, which plays a lulling tune. When it is played, creatures of your choice within 30-foot radius must make a wisdom save of your spell save DC, or fall asleep for 10 minutes. The power can be used once per long rest. So I'm going to copy that and paste it in. Make sure you put it in your inventory.
Yeah, I put it in my inventory.
Right. Well, you might want to put the details in, for what it actually does. So yeah, that's a Clockwork carousel. You wind it up with a little key, and then when it's played, it makes a very lulling tone. You can choose who it affects as well in 30-foot radius. All right. I'm just gonna put a cross on the ones that have been opened so I don't get confused. All right. Who's next?
Everyone's just too polite. Flopsy will go up and open the white one.
The white one. You see that this says to Flopsy from Archie.
Ooh.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Archie, this one says it's from you. Did you wrap this?
What? I didn't... Oh, no. Well, what do you better have something for me.
Oh, well, I hope I do.
You open up this gift, and it is there is a hat box inside, and when you open up the hat box, you see there is a magenta bowler hat in there, which gives advantage on persuasion when selling, trading, and bartering. That's that.
This is absolutely beautiful. He kind of knocks off the top hat and puts the new hat on, super quick, so you don't even see his ears. It's just a blur. It fits perfectly. How did you know?
Oh,
Do I have an average size head? I thought all the hats I have tend to be specific to my head size.
well, it's just
You do remember that you dreamt about it last night in your dream?
I may have had a weird dream where I was giving people things. But I mean, I'm sure it wasn't that.
Well, was it this that you gave me in your dream?
Well, yeah, actually, it may have been. It's just because I saw your hat and I thought, well, that's a nice hat. You must like hats. And so that's.
Oh, well, you're correct. It's perfect. I have no idea what's going on, but I think if there is a gift there from me, I may know what you've got. Maybe you should open something next.
Don't tell me.
I'm not going to tell you. No, it's wrapped for a reason. But I think you should open a present next.
Ooh, okay. Let's see. Archie does a little eeny, meeny, miny, moe. And selects the little orange one.
This one?
That one.
That says to Archie from Flopsy.
Oh!
Yeah, you got it. You got it. All right. You open up the box, and inside there is a beautiful feathered crown. And while wearing this, you have advantage on persuasion checks to those who are weaker than you.
Ooh. And how is that determined? Weaker, like in terms of strength?
In terms of strength, yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. Wow. This is like a chicken hat. From the Chicken King. It's a chicken crown. Oh my god.
Yes, you see, I didn't really understand why it was in my dream last night, but I felt compelled to wear this. And he takes off the hat. The reason why he did the hat swap so quick to not reveal his ears is because he's actually wearing the Witchlight crown underneath his top hat and now bowler hat. Well, last night I dreamt I was wearing this, and you keep calling me the Chicken King. I thought, wouldn't it be fun if there were chicken monarchs?
Oh, that's nice. But I'm not gonna marry you.
No, none of that. No. But we can be of the same level. I don't really feel normal when people are treating me like a king, if that makes any sense.
Well, I guess now I'm the Chicken Queen. She puts the crown upon her head. Upon her crown, if you will.
Flopsy's tapping his bonny foot and smiling because he's just surprised that you liked the gift and happy.
Alright, who's opening up one next?
Oh, is it my turn again?
Are we going to go in order? Alright. Which one do you want to open, Holland?
Oh, there's just so much choice. I'm going to go for the red one near me.
The red one. It says to Holland from Oswald.
Oh, Oswald, you got me something? That's so kind.
Did I?
Inside this parcel is a toolkit. It contains an assortment of tools such as screwdrivers, spanners, hammers, nail screws, ratchets of all different sizes, and there's also lockpicks in there. Essentially, this is a kit of tinker's tools, thieves' tools, and carpenter's tools all in one. You get to choose the proficiency in one of these.
Whoa. Oh my god, Oswald! How did you know I'd forgotten all my stuff?
Because you fixed the
so
carousel!
wonderful.
Yeah!
Oswald just looks confused.
It would help if I could spell carpenter.
Well, I've pasted it in, so you can just copy and paste it if you want.
Ha! I'm too stupid for that.
Hey. Ah.
Oh, thank you so much, Oswald. Oh, your turn now. Your turn. He's so excited.
Meanwhile, you can see that Arena's just rushed in with all of her cook's tools to sort of rustling up some breakfast. Alright, Oswald, which one do you want to open next? We've got the white, the orange, or the red?
The orange.
The orange one. You see it says to Oswald from Flopsy. Here we go. You open it up and you see that it is a book, and the book is titled Top 100 Weeds.
Alright.
Top 100 Weeds, which gives advantage on nature checks whenever the book is in your possession. It's a top 100 Weeds book. It's quite similar to your real life presents, really.
Yeah.
Right. Top 100 Weeds. Alright. So you open up that book. That's from Flopsy.
Flopsy kind of like
thank you,
peers.
Thank you, Flopsy. Flopsy.
Flopsy.
Flopsy.
Thank you, Flopsy.
Oh, you're very welcome. I have no idea how this is happening, but I'm glad you like it. I didn't quite know what you read, but Ayla always said you liked gardening.
Indeed.
Alright.
That is straight up something Ayla just made up about Oswald.
Oh, that's well cute. Alright.
Love that it's being forced now, though.
Who's next, Flopsy?
Philosophy, please.
What one to
Philosophy?
pick? Yes, I prefer Flopsy now. I will go with the red and green one.
The red and green one. You can see that it says to Flopsy from Oswald. Hey.
Oh, Oswald, this one's from you.
So you open up this, and inside there is a wooden box with a crank on the side.
Flopsy just picks the box up and kind of holds it up to his face and just has that expression. Kind of looks at Oswald and then starts cranking it slowly.
And when cranked,
then-
it plays the tune from the carousel. And as you crank, you feel something getting tighter and tighter inside.
Flopsy speeds up and cranks it faster to see if the music goes faster.
Pop! A clown who looks just like Mr. Light pops out and startles you. You cannot be surprised up to 1 hour after popping the Jack-in-the-Box. This can be used 3 times per long rest.
Ooh. Wow, I feel so surprised that I don't think anything else could quite shock me.
You've really seen it all.
It's beautiful, thank you, Oswald, and stuffs it back into the box.
Yeah, I hope you've all got your inventories sorted, mates, because I'm not doing it for you. Get this stuff in there right now.
Is that targeted at Declan?
It's targeted at everyone, to be fair with you. Yeah, if you forget you've got it, you've lost it. That's the rule. All right, Archie, you've got 2 left.
Well, Archie looks at the 2 and pulls the ribbon off of the yellow ribbon with the little red box.
Oh, you see that it says to Archie from Holland.
Oh!
Ooh, here we go.
Holland, you can't give me 2 gifts and I haven't even got you 1.
Oh, but I didn't know I was giving you one. Does it still count?
Oh, I don't even know.
It's a magical miracle. So inside this small box is a beautiful opalescent yellow silk handkerchief which matches Holland's scarf. You get the feeling that it would amplify any song you are currently hearing to be closer to you as you wipe away your tears. There's an advantage on wisdom saves while crying.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Sick.
How thematic.
Hey. There we go. What do you think of that, Archie?
Archie picks it up and looks at the shimmering, and then turns to Holland and says, "Oh, Holland, you shouldn't have. Now I'm really indebted to you."
Oh, I'm sure that's not true. There's probably, I mean, if theme is to continue, there's probably something from you in this pile of 2.
Well, I sure hope so. But it's a really nice gift, thank you.
Well, you were very happy when you tried it in my dream, so I hope you also enjoy it in real life.
All right. Holland, are you up next?
It's either me or Oswald. Yeah, I'll go next. I'm bouncing off the walls. I'm excited.
All right. Which one do you want to open? The yellow one
I'll
or the
go
white one?
for the yellow one.
Ooh, it says to Holland from Flopsy.
Oh,
Oh, here we go. All right. So, to Holland from Flopsy. Inside this gift, you see a small wooden gun that is painted red, white, and gold like the colours of the carousel. The barrel seems to be closed with a circle of cardboard, and it sparkles. You feel the potential energy of a big burst of joy. In other words, it's a party popper gun that you can use anytime you want, and it gives advantage to persuasion checks on a sad person. Oops, I didn't copy that properly. Oh, no, I did. It's just separated it for some reason. There we go.
oh, Flopsy, thank you. Holland fires it immediately.
As soon as you fire it, everyone in like a 30-foot radius of you just feels like a burst of joy all of a sudden. So that's pretty much probably everyone, let's just say. Yeah, everyone. Alexander like sort of like jumps with glee. Like, whoa, that is such a cool present.
Isn't it just? Does it count? Does it affect me as well?
Yeah, sure. Like, yeah. If you want to persuade anyone who's sad, though, that's why it's useful.
Oh.
I'm just glad I could give you something you could fire inside and not be scared of hitting anybody.
Yeah, I wouldn't have expected you to give me a projectile weapon.
Hey! Yeah, a bunch of streamers like sort of fall out of the gun and like loads of little sparkly glitters and things like that. It just sort of films the whole room with party popper stuff.
Aww. I was trying to catch all the streamers and stuff out the air.
Alright, Oswald, you've got 2. You've got the white one and the red one.
Can I open the red one?
The red one. Here we go. You can see that it says to Oswald from Holland. Ooh.
Crazy.
So inside this large gift is a beautiful painting of a peaceful garden. It is about the same height as you, and you can sense that it has some magical power to it, and looking at it fills you with joy. The texture of it looks so real, as if you were looking through a window into a real garden. Now, this works as a dimension, like as a pocket dimension. So if you were to step through the painting, you would enter a pocket dimension of the peaceful garden, but only 2 people can enter at a time.
That's cool.
So you can literally you could literally step into that painting and be in your own personal serenity garden of peace and solitude. But you can invite one other person to go in there as well.
That's sick.
Innit?
Damn.
That is sick. That's a little a pocket dimension for you there. Quite OP, not gonna lie.
If only Ayla had had that.
Jeezy Greaser.
Hey.
Well, I guess the winter Eladrin came too late.
What does Oswald think of that?
Oswald thanks Holland. And he's just in awe.
Aww.
No problem. I can't wait to paint you something in real life with my actual hands.
Alright, who's next, Flopsy? You've got 2 left. You've got the gold one and the red one.
Oh, dip, dip, dip. I'll go for the gold one next.
Gold one, you can see it says to
Looks so shiny.
Flopsy from Felix. Alright, let's have a look inside it. Inside this gift, there is a cupcake-shaped pocket watch. And when you open it, the smell of cupcakes bursts out and surrounds you, giving you resistance to poison and disease when you carry it.
Mmm. Oh, wow. I don't think I've ever been hungrier for breakfast right now, but this is amazing. He puts it right next to his other pocket watch in his pocket.
Alright. Archie, you've got one left there.
Archie looks like she's still doing the eeny, meeny, miny, mo thing for some reason. And when, of course, inevitably this one is the selected one, she takes it apart. And she looks over at Oswald, knowing that it's Oswald who's got it.
Yes, you can see it. It says it is from Oswald. And when you open it up, you look inside, and for a minute, it looks as though there's nothing in there. But you feel around in there, and you can feel something. Alright? You touch it, and you can feel a material. You pull it up and out, and it shimmers in the light. It's only a cloak of invisibility.
What?
Oh.
A wondrous item. A cloak of invisibility. Alright. That's the official cloak of invisibility as well, so...
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. What do you think of that?
Whoa. Oswald, you really outdid yourself here.
Hey, if I want to repay that gift at any point, you know,
Well, I think I've got you something in probably the next box you open.
Well, you look in the next box and you see it is from Archie. And inside this gift is a potted plant. It's actually a snapdragon flower of any colour you wish. And it seems to be magically in bloom all the time. This snapdragon gives you advantage on deception whenever you are holding it.
Oh. Nice.
I'm so deceptive.
If any time you want to tell any tall tales, Snapdragon will come in handy. I actually researched Snapdragon meanings and stuff, and apparently it's good for deception. Who'd have thunk it, eh? Who'd have thunk it?
Well, it's fitting for Holland.
He holds up the flower and goes, I don't like it. And then I roll deception.
Hey, roll deception.
12.
Yeah, you got a 12.
Roll an insight.
Insight.
Nice.
For a minute, Archie, you actually think maybe Holland doesn't really like it. But given the circumstances,
It gives advantage.
Yeah, because Holland's advantage made him lie better than you could insight.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Oh dear.
You don't like it?
Holland fires the party popper again. No, I promise I do.
Free.
Persuasion.
Hey. Yeah.
It's all coming together.
You see Archie that
persuaded.
You see Archie that the Snapdragon works exactly as intended.
It does you well.
Hey. All right, Oswald, you've got one left. This white one. You see that it's from Archie. All right.
Oswald opens it.
All right, here we go. You open it up. It's quite a small box, and inside is a little spectacle case. When you open up the little spectacles case, you find a pair of iridescent tinted spectacles, which gives you the ability to cast see invisibility once per long rest. Way. So if anything goes invisible in front of you, Oswald, you just tap them glasses, and you can see them once per long rest.
Do you like them? I know you needed glasses to see things, so I thought maybe you'd want glasses to see invisible things. Nah?
Oh, this is excellent. Thank you.
Hey. And Flopsy, you've got one more left as well.
Oh, I just can't wait. Just rips off the top of it and then realizes, oh, I forgot to look at the from Holland.
It says from Holland.
Assuming the last one's from Holland, yes.
Yes.
Oh. Continues to rip open the box.
So when you unwrapped this soft package, out rolls a thick, comfortable knitted jumper with every colour under the sun knitted into it. It is large and heavy and would certainly keep you comfortable in the cold. You have resistance to cold damage.
Ooh.
Hey.
And you say that you can't be creative or anything like that, but you can look at something and instantly know that it's just my style.
I hope you like.
So to have this hat and this new sweater, oh, it's just a glorious... I mean, this must be a special day, right? Does this day have a name when the Winter Eladrin, or whoever it is, brings presents? Just looks around to everyone.
I don't know. I've never even experienced it before. I have no idea.
Would Archie know anything about this?
Yeah, I mean, you can sort of think of it yourself if you want, like whatever you would call it in your own culture. Yeah.
Yes, I know what this is. It's Winter Eladrin's Day. The festival of giving, where the Winter Eladrin comes and gives everyone what they only dreamed they could give other people.
Well, yes, when I saw the Winter Eladrin with my very own eyeballs early this morning on the roof, I noticed that they were very they had a somber look about them, like some sort of sadness. Maybe they want to make people happy by giving them gifts. I don't know. I can only speculate, but
they actually say, well, you know how Winter Eladrin are. They're always a little bit sad because they can change depending on their mood. But the Winter Eladrin is always a Winter Eladrin. He's always really sad, and the only way he can cheer himself up is by making other people happy.
Maybe that is true. Anyway. I would like to believe that. I think that is probably true. When I saw him with my own eyes, he does certainly looked very somber. But
that's what Will of the Feywild told me anyway.
What did you say, Flopsy?
I can only hope that he's got the biggest smile on his face now, because, well, he certainly made me happy. He just whips the sweater on and has the magenta bowler hat on as well. So Flopsy's going to need some new character art.
Hey!
He looks all dapper in his new clothes, just beaming at everyone.
I'll put the boxes.
Thank you, Holland.
Oh, I'm glad you like it. In my dream, I was thinking, you spend so much time every day getting ready, and then when you're in a rush you get stressed, but if you have a jumper that's every color, you don't need to be thinking about what coordinates. It just all goes.
That's a genius idea. I should just wear everything of every color all the time, and then I would never need to think.
Vass is coming in, just sort of like cleaning up all of the presents and stuff. You see that there's a teapot on the side as well, which is producing lots of bubbles in the corner.
Teapot.
Yeah. Vass is just coming to clean all the boxes up and things.
I wonder who this... Oh,
there's a couple more over here. I don't know who they're for, but it says Ayla. I don't know who Ayla is. And Felix. I've never met those before, but maybe they're gonna come later. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I have no idea who these people are either.
Yeah. Well,
it's the first time I've ever heard those names.
Well, if you guys know them, maybe you could keep them safe. I don't know. And they just go. Yeah.
I'll keep Felix's safe. What should we do about Aylar's?
Well, we could maybe try and keep them safe if we could, I don't know if we could ever get Aylar back, but that doesn't seem the most likely. We could see who they're from.
I'll say you put Felix's in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
For later.
And Mary, I'll come downstairs.
Let's read who they're from.
So this one here is from Flopsy. And this one's from Felix.
Oh. This one's from you. Do you remember What you dreamt you gave her?
I do remember her being there in the dream. Flopsy looks at the present. I think I do remember, yes. Would it be strange to open it on her behalf?
Well,
Why can't she open it herself? Has she got no arms?
Well, sadly, just a short while before we met you, one of our friends, they didn't quite make it like we did. We were in an altercation with some... I don't even know what you would call them. First there were Harengon, then there were doors, then there were cockroaches. But our friend got turned to stone, and we don't know if there's a way to reverse it.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Archie, you know that in the Feywild, that's something that can happen when somebody dies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really think you can do anything about it. I think maybe she's gone for good.
Mm.
oh no. Holland starts like his eyes start welling up. I thought there must be something we can do, though.
Well, maybe there is, but I don't know it. But hey, what do I know? Maybe she's just living out her best life as a statue, and it's just a new part of her life.
Oswald, whilst they're all talking about Ayla, your best friend who died, how are you feeling over there in the corner? What are you doing?
He's just looking a little sad.
Mm.
Not really saying much.
Okay.
Well, we can't really give the gifts to Ayla. Should we wait if we see Felix again? We can return the gift to Felix?
You remember, Flopsy, Felix doesn't even know that Ayla's died.
Mm. It's going to be a very difficult meeting with Felix when we next see them. I'd feel a bit strange opening the present, though. Oh, sorry, Holland.
I was gonna say the same. It's maybe Felix would like it as a memento of Alar. And maybe you want to keep yours as a memento. I don't know. It seems strange to have presents be sad.
It does, yes. Well, I think a memento should be something that brings you joy about that person.
Well, maybe you could leave them where you left the statue.
Oh, that's a bit of a strange one to explain as well. See, I've never seen anybody turn into a statue before, so, well, we didn't really know if there was anything we could do about it, so we still have Ayla.
She's in our bed.
You got her in your bag?
Yeah, she's real heavy. Because she's made of stone.
Well, yeah, stone's known for being heavy. Well, I guess you could always find a nice place to... I mean, maybe there's, like, some sort of statue area, or you say you might be, going back to the Witchlight Carnival. Maybe she lives there, so you can take her back, or something.
She did really like it at the Witchlight Carnival.
Yeah, that would be nice.
And hey, if we manage to get the thing sorted, with the hags and everything, Aylar would have been an indispensable part of that. I'm sure Mr. Witch and Mr. Light wouldn't have anything against Aylar being a permanent fixture at the carnival.
Yeah, and if Alar lives at the carnival, maybe Muriel will too. I think Alar would be happy to know that, Muriel was with friends and in such a happy place while she was, gone.
Yes, maybe we can solidify a happy ending for Aylar after all. Flopsy kind of looks over and notices Oswald kind of sitting on his own. Oswald, is there anything you think we should do with the presents at least? Would you maybe like to have a look at them? You knew Aylar a bit longer and more than we did.
I don't think we should open them. Definitely not yet, anyway.
That makes sense.
Maybe, well, maybe they don't need opening. No use opening old wounds, or new ones, I guess.
We could just put them in the bag with Alar. And then they could, we could leave them with her when we put her in her resting place, wherever that will be.
I think that sounds kind of strangely sweet. Just like all of these gifts were left under this tree, we could maybe leave gifts under Aylar. And she can remind people of that happiness, getting gifts.
Yeah. Alar Day. Okay. Holland's gonna pack the gifts into the bag of holding.
Alright.
Can he actually see? I don't know how bag of holding works, like internally. Can he actually see when he's like opening it and putting stuff?
Yeah, definitely.
Aww.
You sort of place the gifts around Aylar's statue.
She comes over to take a peek.
Well, this is Alar. Alar, this is Archie.
Archie looks in a little bit sad, and she looks like she's about to cry a bubble. And then she looks shocked at something and reaches a hand into the bag and pulls out the cookie. What the hell's this?
A cookie?
What? How did you know?
Well, we were eating them earlier.
You were eating these?
Yeah, the gingerbread things.
Yeah, it's a little gingerbread man that looks a bit like Ella.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all had one. It was very nice.
Oh, well, she'll love to see this.
Who will?
What do you mean? Oh, well, I thought maybe you knew her if you got a cookie of her.
Of Alar?
No, this isn't Alar. Looks nothing like her. Archie says, sort of looking at the two.
Oh, it
Nope.
looked more like her when she wasn't stoned.
Well, maybe, but I don't know. This looks like my friend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who's your friend?
She's called Ara. She's like a little moon elf.
Oh, that's what Alar was too. A moon elf.
What a crazy coincidence. Oh, well, I'll let you have your cookie back, but if we see Ara, maybe you might think about giving it to her.
Yeah. Well, I suppose Alar won't be eating it now. I don't think stone neat.
Well.
Been wrong before, though.
Alright. it seems like the last thing to unwrap is this blue orb that says to Holland and Flopsy and friends.
Ooh. I've never been gifted an orb before. Actually, that's not true. Felix gave me an orb. But this is a... You know, you only get an orb twice in one day, and then never again. Or maybe soon. I don't know. Let's just open it.
Well, let's take a moment to ponder the orb. Oh, look at that. That's a D&D meme.
We don't have time for that. Let's just crack it open. Or not crack it, like crack the wrapping paper.
Alright. This orb has been sort of like floating near the fireplace this whole time, sort of waiting for you to come near it. Holland, as soon as you reach out your paw and touch it, you see it sort of flickers and glitches a little bit, and you see that there's a bit of static that starts to come through, and it's sort of like... And you see Mr. Witch's face looking deep into it, going, I think it's working, what do you think? And he turns to his head to the side, and you see Mr. Light's face come into it, and he goes, oh, splendid! I think it is on now. Hello, I'm not sure if you can see us, but we can't see you, but we are... this winter Eladrin, was it Eladrin? Yes, it was a winter Eladrin. It came to us and said, you can record a message. Oh yes, that's it. It said, record a message. And we are so excited to be able to talk to you, Holland and Flopsy as well, and all of your friends, Aylar and Oswald, and anyone else you've picked up along the way. I imagine you've made lots of friends by now. It has been a year. And Witch turns to Light, and he nods solemnly and says, we hope you've had a lovely 16th birthday, Holland. We unfortunately have missed it. And I'm sorry about that. If we could have sent you another gift or something, but the Eladrin only gave us this. And Light's like, well, you won't know what the Eladrin are like. You know, if we can make deals with them and things like that, then things can work out. Perhaps we could send you something. Who knows? But anyway, we want to let you know that we miss you oh so much. And Flopsy, the Cherry Pie Boys are doing their best, but it's just not the same. And Diana's awfully sad that you have been gone for so long. And Witch is like, well, we don't need to mention that. That's just going to make them feel bad. It's okay. We have had a couple of little breakdowns at the carnival. I mean, breakdowns mechanically, but also, you know, breakdowns on Diana's part as well. Let's just ignore that for now because it's not fair. He needs to know what's going on whilst we are here. We needs to know. But yes, Diana, she's a bit sad. She's very sad that you're gone. But the Cherry Pie Boys are doing very well. We don't have much time, do we, Witch? Well, he checks his pocket watch, and you can see the pocket watch raise up, and he says, oh, no, we don't have much time left on this recording, but, well, then, why are you talking so slowly, then? Okay, and do I have a bit of gossip for you? Oh, well, you know, Candlefoot and Plasher... They are having a baby. This is so beautiful. And well, she's pregnant at the moment, but it's been rather a while, and I think she's going to burst at any minute. Which is like sort of rolling his eyes, and he goes, well, yes, that is true. We are very excited for it. We're just wondering what's going to come out, really, if it's going to be a mermaid or if it's going to be a mime. I don't know. We're all very excited. Well, anyway, oh no, you hear the thing starts to glitch like we love you very much, Holland, and Flopsy as well, and everyone, all of your friends.
Oh, I love you too. Hello?
The orb is dulled.
Did they say it had been a year? He looks at Flopsy.
Flopsy just goes to sit down. I was actually going to ask. I don't think you expected this question. How long are mermaids usually pregnant for?
Hold on a minute.
I'm just going to say it's a normal sort of like 9-month situation, but she's she's not been pregnant long enough to give birth just yet. I think she's about 6 months into it at this point. But from what you gathered from that, you wouldn't know. It's not soon, but like she's been pregnant for a bit.
I thought you said you hadn't been here that long.
It's only... We saw them yesterday morning.
Yeah, and you saw me 2 days ago.
Yeah. And everything's so different now. And Diana misses me. I didn't mean to be gone so long.
Archie puts her arms out for Holland to hug. See if he takes her.
Leaps into her arms.
Oh, Holland. I'm sorry. But that's just how time works.
It's
Things
just...
take a while.
I miss them so much after 2 days. And they must... It's been a year for them. They must miss us so much.
There.
Can I sleight of hand try and steal something from Holland?
Go on, sleight of hand. Sleight of hand versus perception. It'll be your passive perception because you're not actively looking out for it, so I think that's going to beat it, yeah.
I was going to suggest disadvantage anyway.
Well, it certainly beats my passive perception.
Yeah.
By 1.
Flopsy, what are you intending to steal?
Flopsy looks a bit like sad, 1,000-mile stare, kind of putting things together in his head. But as Holland's crying to Archie, he slips up behind and steals the joy gun from Holland's wherever Holland put it. And it's not going to blow it right next to Holland's ear. It's just going to kind of walk over a bit. And then a loud bang is going to go off as streamers fill the room as the joy gun goes off.
You, Holland, this sadness that you feel in mixes with joy, and it creates this very deep, bittersweet feeling as you hold on to Archie. Vas is just none the wiser. Vas is like, hey, hoo-hoo, as if they've just been spiked with a bit of like fucking cocaine or something. And Oswald, you do feel this burst of joy as well, but you are watching Oswald. You are watching Holland crying at this moment as well, so you do feel this sort of like heavy bittersweet feeling in your heart. It's like this, wow, it has been a year since you were last at the carnival, and you get this feeling of empathy sort of come over you. Flopsy, it can affect you however you like, as you're the one who's shot the gun.
Flopsy, I guess, will feel a little bit happier, but he's basically going to fire the gun to presumably that'll get Holland's attention. As he puts the gun down, he's going to be like,
yeah, it does bang with streamers and noise and things like woo.
It's been a while since we were there. It's only been a day for us, but you heard what they said. My pie boys are doing perfectly well. Diana, she's always had her ups and downs, and of course she's going to miss you, like you miss her. The only thing this says to me is that they're doing perfectly fine at their job, and we need to do perfectly fine at ours. It's been a day for us, and it's been approximately a year for them, so I think it's time for us to start moving. The less time we spend here, the less time it'll be before we're back. I think that's the good thing to focus on. They'll just be really, really happy to see us when we finish what we're doing and get back.
Holland wipes his eyes and starts to smile. Yeah, that's true, and
Archie uses the handkerchief to wipe Holland's eyes.
That's true, and we've got to get moving. If it's been a year, we've got to have a lot to show for it. Got to make them proud, and we've got to deal with these hags already.
Well, I'll say for one, we've definitely got a lot to show for it. We've been here a day, and look at all the stuff we've done, all the things we've got. I'm sure as our adventures continue, we'll have a lot to tell them when we get back. We'll be able to fill their year with our 3 days.
I wonder
Well-
if Thrive is still walking around without his shoes.
Well, listen, now that we're talking about hags, hark ye, gathering close, everyone. And she waits for everyone to gathering close.
One more thing before a gathering close. Can I
Yes.
take the orb, or does it disappear, or...
The orb is there. It is dull though, and will not be alighted again. Like that's a one-time message. So you can keep the orb, but it doesn't do anything. It's just a glass orb.
I would like to keep the orb.
You can keep the orb. I'll pop it in the
You
bag
can
of
ponder
holding.
the orb.
Nice.
Archie waits for everyone to gather in close.
All right,
I gather
Oswald,
close.
are you gathering in close, Oswald?
Oswald. Yeah, gathering close.
Go on, then,
Flopsy will
Oswald.
return the joy gun to Holland whilst gathering in close.
Right. So, now you've all gathered in close. And by the way, Holland, this idea counts as a gift, so I've paid you back. Well, I've been seeing all this gift giving, and all this, this joy in that. And you've all had things that were taken from you. Now, I know, Holland, I know that you think it's a good idea to punish these naughty hags for being so vile, which is fair enough, but it's also not the right thing to do. Now, I've had a thought. We already know we can sneak into their house. Well, what if we want something from them, it's not right to steal it from them, and it certainly isn't right to kill them for it. Why don't we just give them something they want, and then we get our things back?
Huh. Do we know what they want?
Oh, well, they're hags. They probably want something terrible. But we can still find something they might like. I mean, it's an idea.
Something shiny?
Perhaps something sharp.
I don't. It could be a distraction, even if they say they don't like it after.
Well, the rules are quite important in Prismeer, and you have to follow them. The rule says that if someone gives you a gift, you have to accept it, and you have to give them something back. So, even if we don't get what we want, we'll still be getting something, right?
But what if the thing we get is not nice?
Like some sort of evil soup or something? I don't know. I guess that depends on what a hag thinks is a good gift. But I think if we say, hag, we want this thing, or maybe even use their name, but if we say to them, oh, Abatha Nightshade, for example, or Endolin Moongrave, or heck, even
Babylona
Brightstraw. If we give you this thing, then we want this thing in return, and we can each get our thing. Holland, you can get your inspiration, and Oswald, you can get your 20/20 vision back, and Flopsy, you can get your ear back, or whatever you've had taken from you. Then maybe it will work, and it's certainly more polite than just going there and taking things. I mean, we've got our reputations to think about as well.
And on that, you see Arena come through from the kitchen carrying plates and plates, saying, help me with this Vess. And they carry out an absolute banquet of food that you recognise from the carnival. And she says, I had a dream last night, and I had a dream about all this food, and I cooked it all up, and I think it's gonna make you all very happy. And she lays it all out everywhere, all over the table and stuff. And you see there's cupcakes. You see that there's like tea, like the scatterleaf tea. You see that there's little sprinklings of like pixie dust on things, and all the foods that you'd be accustomed to at the carnival are all there. And with that, we will be taking a 15-minute break. We will be back at 2050. And yeah, so break is going on now. And we are back. All right. Arena's just brought a lot of food for everybody, and you can have a nice bit of food before you set off onto your journey. So yeah, Arena's like, well, I hope you enjoy what I've made for you, and she's gonna scurry on back to the kitchen because she's very excited about using her tools that she's got for Christmas. Well, for Winter Eladrin's Day.
Yeah, please. There's no such thing as... What was that word that you said?
I didn't say anything.
No idea. Winter Eladrin's Day is the thing. This food is lovely.
Delicious.
Scrumdiddlyumptious is a word I've heard used in reference to food quite a bit.
I think Flopsy has the best adjectives for food, given that it's his department, you know.
Rather than reply with adjectives, Flopsy just nods and goes, and as he's tipping the bowl of milk, multicolored milk, up as he drinks it, because he's just had jelly bean cereal, you know, jelly beans and milk.
Oh, yeah.
So he's just drinking the entire bowl and then shoveling more in his face. Ooh. Yes, stupendous, fabulous. I'll find a word for it eventually. And he just crams more into his face.
So, once we've got our list down, is where to next?
Well, I remember Eliwick saying something about that brigand's toll bridge or something like that.
You remember that Downfall, where Bavlorna Blightstraw resides, is just beyond the Brigand's Tollway.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. The place where Bavlorna Blightstraw resides is just... I've forgotten every single part of what you just said.
It's just beyond the Brigand's Tollway.
It's just beyond the Brigand's Tollway.
The Brigand's Tollway?
Well, that's what Eliwick Tumblestrom said.
Who's the brigand again?
Oh, it's the people that look like me.
Yeah, and of course, let's not forget their leader, Agnon Longscarf Brigand Prince of Prismere.
Ugh. You don't like it, do you?
Me? I don't like any brigands.
That's good. That is true. Yep, I remember now.
Remember, I thought you were a brigand.
I remember that now. Yeah, well, you know, I just gotta double check just in case. He's a nasty man. Be too careful.
My opinion changed overnight.
Yeah, it's risky. Can change just as quick as he can move. If he's anything like he was when he was younger.
Yeah. Well, they do say he has a long scarf, so maybe he can, you can grab that and he'll fall over or something. Do you think he ever trips up on his long scarf?
I sure hope so.
Well, didn't you say you wanted that long scarf?
Yeah.
You might stop being Skipper and start being Slipper.
Might start being Tripper.
And of course the rest of you all have nicknames. Oh, but my question is this. I just remembered something before we leave. You mentioned an Alar, and obviously found out who Alar was. But who's Felix?
Oh, Felix is our other friend who travels a lot. So they're not here right now, but they'll be back soon. They just kind of drop in and out whenever they can.
Well, I hope we get on well.
No, everyone gets on well with Felix. He's lovely.
Well, that's nice. Well, anyway, I don't think there's any use for us to stay sat about here doing nothing. I mean, if we look out of the door, we're probably not even going to be in the same place as before. So, we need to get going to Bavlorna Blightstraw's hideout, just beyond, The Brigand Toll Booth. With Agden Longscarf, Brigand Prince of Prismere.
Say, Holland, you've met this Agden before, haven't you? Sorry, I just got a thought from you saying his whole name again out loud. If his name is Longscarf, what happens if somebody were to cut his scarf in half? Would he have to change his name to Agden Shortscarf?
He probably has like a lot of them. That, or we always used like maybe it was like part of him, you know, like your arm.
It might be a magical scarf that you can't cut.
Yeah, like an arm.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's go with that.
If it's like his arm, then I don't really think I want to cut it, but I don't know, there's a curiosity in me that wants to make the long scarf a short scarf, or 2 short scarves.
Yeah, and then we could have matching scars.
Oh, that sounds delightful.
And then he'd just be Agden No Scarf.
Heh. And that's what he did.
Agden No Scarf. Brigand Court Jester of not Prismere.
Good one. Well,
You really know his title very well. He was always just Agden the Meanie when I knew him.
You knew him before he became Agden Longscarf Brigand Prince of Prismere.
Yeah, I knew him when he was just Agden the nothing of nothing of nothing of Prismere.
I like that
Wow.
title a bit better for him.
Yeah, he wasn't very nice back then either, so I can't imagine he's very kind now. Especially if he's stealing memories and things off of people who are just wandering around.
Which is incredibly rude. Yeah, it defies all rules of etiquette. I think we need to go find him and go tell him to buzz off.
Or at least give us something in return.
In return for what?
Our memories.
Oh yeah, we probably want those back.
Yeah. Ideally.
Well, we'll probably also have to give him something in return, or we'll probably have to give him something in return for crossing the toll booth. That's usually how toll booths work, I think.
Yeah. But then we've given him 2 things.
He's given us none. Not that he would have given us passage to go through.
It's still an imbalance.
Yeah, especially considering you shouldn't have to pay for passage to go through.
Do you know of anybody that's managed to get their way through without paying a toll?
Me?
Do you know if anything happens to them?
Well, I'm not really from, hither, so I don't really know many people here, so, but let me think if I can remember any sort of story of what happens to people who go through without paying. Can I roll history to see if I remember some sort of story about people who go through without paying?
Absolutely.
Okay. I would like to roll history to see if I can remember anything. People who go through without paying, and I got a 7.
No, you just you just know that they generally try not to let anyone pass without taking something from them.
Well, I can tell you this. They don't like to let people go past, and I think they probably try their darndest to not let people go through without paying the toll.
There might be some way around it then. We can think of it on the way there, I guess, unless we walk out of the inn and we're right there. I mean, who knows where we are right now?
Only one way to find out. Not just as standing up, looking ready to leave the room.
Well, I'll just take 2 seconds. I will give my compliments to the chef, and then I'll join us and we can all leave. Flopsy's going to do that. This is literally just an excuse for me to refill my bardic inspiration, because I'm going to take some ingredients to basically create a bardic inspiration cupcakes to throw at people. Also, could I get from Arena as like a Winter Eladrin's Day gift the recipe for the bubble juice that I had last time?
Well, you walk into the kitchen. Arena is like arranging all of her new equipment that she's got for Winter Eladrin's Day. She turns around to you and she goes,
"Oh, hey, Flopsy."
Oh, hi, Arena. Oh, I didn't want to disturb you too much. I thought you'd be quite busy in here, but I wanted to give you my compliments on all of the food you made. It was
did
fantastic.
you like it?
Oh, we were trying to find adjectives and words to describe what it was like, and I simply don't have the words right now. It was sublime, perfect, fantastic. I know, I just can't think of the words.
Oh, that's okay.
Really very good.
Oh, thank you. Is there anything I can do for you? Do you want some more?
Oh, well, I've taken a few things from the table that we didn't eat at the time, so we've got a bit of food for the road. But I was wondering, you know how I showed you how to make cupcakes yesterday? A la Lapousse. It has been a long while since I was able to have a drink like the one you made me yesterday, and I think I would rather make a very good feature at my feasting orchard. You know, the place I run at the carnival with all of the food and excitement and drinks. And, you know, we don't really have a signature drink there at the minute. We just have the pies and the pastries and the cakes. Anyway, long story short, would you be able to tell me how you made the drink?
Well, I don't think you're going to be able to make it outside of this inn because...
She points over to the elaborate sort of chemistry set on the side, and
also, not only do you need this, but you kind of need my breath as well. Oh, I'm sorry.
No matter. It was only a small idea. The food I've got is more than enough.
I could maybe make you some to take with you.
Well, I wouldn't say no. That'd be fantastic, thank you. Don't feel any pressure about it, though.
She just gets to sort of like bubbling up really quickly. You can see all of everything flowing through the swirly chemistry set, and she takes a deep breath and blows the icicles around the main bulbous sort of like potion bowl, sort of big, you know, the big round, what's the word? Like, I can't think of the word. Bottle things, and it starts to bubble up and push through all the pipes and things, and it starts dripping out into a cup. She passes you... No, she picks up the cup and sort of pours it into a stoppered bottle, and she makes up 3 of those for you.
Flask.
Yeah, flask, that's the one. So she puts... She makes up 3 stoppered flasks for you. They look like potions.
And I hope this is enough.
Oh, I didn't come in here expecting to get anything. I just wanted to give my thanks. So this is more than enough. This is wonderful. Thank you.
When she gives them to you, she sort of looks expectantly at you.
Oh, well, I haven't really had much time to prepare anything of my own, but, I suppose, hey, there's a lot of stuff in my inventory to get used to now.
Maybe you could tell me how to make those cupcakes.
I told you yesterday, didn't I? We made a batch together.
Oh, well, you could write it down for me so I could get it right every time.
Oh, well, that's super easy. Yes, I could do that.
She passes you a sort of recipe book that's handwritten by her, and flicks to like an empty page and gives you a pen.
If her notes are like nice and neat and organized, Flopsy's come with little diagrams. They're mainly diagrams actually of what to do physically, with little annotations of what he's actually doing in the drawings. So that goes on for about 5 more pages than one recipe usually would.
Oh, it's very elaborate.
Yes, you just need to get everything perfect. Sometimes it's in the correct way to swish. And he just finishes up, closes the book, and hands it back to her.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I wish to see you again someday. This inn is quite spectacular, so hopefully we bump into each other. And hopefully I can get something for my recipe book as well.
Well, maybe we will be able to make our inn go somewhere other than just hither. You know, if we find, I don't know, I had a dream about a scarecrow that could take us beyond the fog, but maybe it'll just be down to luck.
A scarecrow? Well, I don't know much about hither, thither, and, well, anywhere around here, to be honest, but it seems that a lot of strange things were happening with dreams last night, so I can at least keep my eyes peeled for a scarecrow.
Okay.
Right, well, I hope to see you again. Good luck with all of the innkeeping.
Thank you very much.
Flopsy, is everyone outside or still inside?
Yeah, well, we've been outside.
Okay,
Goodbye,
Flopsy,
everyone. It has been a lovely pleasure to see you all. I haven't had a great time. I'm glad you have not given me any trouble.
Oh, don't worry. Oh, don't worry. I wouldn't give you trouble, Alexander. In fact, I'll give you this. And then Archie tickles him under the neck.
Oh, well, that was very nice of you. Here, have one of these. And he gives you a ball of yarn out of his presents.
This will be great. I'll never get lost in a labyrinth now.
It is quite a special ball of yarn. If you ever feel like you need to play with something, you could just toss it into the air, and it is lots of fun.
I'll be sure to remember that, Alexander. Well, see ya, didn't want to be ya. And then I do that little nose thing where you put your thumb on your nose and you wiggle your fingers.
Oh. I don't know why she wouldn't want to be me, but I... Oh, hello, little man. Are you joining your friends? Hello? Are you okay, little man?
Sorry, for some reason I did not realise you were talking to Oswald.
I'm good. Yes, I'm ready. What we're doing?
Well, I noticed that you were quite sad earlier before when everybody was unwrapping their presents, and you know, you were a little bit sad on your own over there. I just want to know if you're okay. Your friends have made me feel very, very happy today and yesterday. So I think you're very lucky.
I was just reminiscing of a friend who has passed away.
That's gonna be very sad. I'm very sorry about that. Well, I will say I was a lot like you before I met your friends. Very stoic and straight-faced, and rarely cracked a smile. But well, I think that one day maybe you will feel as happy as I do today on this wonderful winter Eladrin's day.
Sorry, my chair is stuck.
Oswald's just creaking around in his chair whilst he's saying
That's what that noise was. It was
Let me help you with that chair, Oswald. He pulls the chair.
Stupid thing.
Well, good luck to you, and I hope that you all keep very safe and well. And I hope to see you again.
You too, Alexander.
He gets back to playing with his yarn. Sue sort of waves you goodbye. Bye, everyone. I hope you come back with some more jokes for me.
Bye.
Bye. Vass waves bye. And you exit the bloody tavern. Alright. So when you step out of the tavern, you see the human feet underneath. And you look around and you aren't familiar with the location that this tavern has been walking through the night. And you seem to be somewhat, like, unaware of your surroundings. Like, you don't really know. You're not used to this area. You don't really know where you've been, where you've gone, where you've come from, or anything like that. All you know is that you're in quite a swampy location. The snow that was all over the windows this morning, it seems to have covered the tavern completely. It looks like a very nice sort of Wonderland cottage vibe, but that snow seems to just be limited to this area. And when you step out of the crunchy snow, it turns into sloppy mud as you enter the swamp. You step out sort of into the swampy marshlands of Hither. The jovial atmosphere seems to leave you quite quickly, as you are obviously aware that now you're back in Hither proper. You are aware that this is not how it's supposed to be. You know, Holland, you do remember that Prismere in general looked quite different to this. This is quite dark, dank. The sloppy mud sort of like slops all up your legs as you walk in. The trees are all sort of dying around you. And the marshland's very, like, even though there is a little path of mud here, you see that the grass looks pretty sloppy as well. Like, you do take half speed whilst walking through this sloppy swamp. And the fogs all sort of surround you, and you can only see 10 feet ahead, because if you tried to see any further than that, you just met with a very thick, dense fog. It's very cloudy and sort of milky white as you travel on.
As we go, I'm just going to try and, like, obviously not a substantial way, but just every time he passes a tree, he's just going to maybe place his paw on it or, like, lift up a flower and just excuse me, he's going to pray to Lyra as he does, and he's going to use the watering can with the pool of restoration water in it, just as he goes. Just sprinkling a little bit on the trees he passes and things like that.
When you tip the little watering can, and some restoration water sort of sprinkles out of it, it smatters around the roots of the tree, and you see that the ground beneath the roots seems to like bulge slightly as you feel like though the roots are getting a little bit stronger, and that power sort of extends into the trunk of the tree and outwards into its branches, and at the very end it looks like it's reaching out a little, and tiny little leaves form at the end, like little buds of leaves form at the end of each branch. A very early blooming state.
Oh, he smiles because it's not often he gets to see like a physical representation of his work like immediately. Flopsy, look. This magic water works wonders.
Well, it is rather beautiful. How much did you take?
You just it's watering can.
You shake the watering can, and you see that you've got about 4/5 of the water left.
Another 4 tilts of the old can, I'd say.
Wouldn't it be great if we could make it rain all over this place with that kind of water? Make it all look like it should do.
I really hope we can. Maybe, I mean, the hex would be powerful enough. Maybe we can find something there to get that to happen.
Well, how old do you reckon all the hags are? I would say it must get quite boring to do mean things all the time. Maybe we could convince them that doing something fun would be nice. Or doing something nice would be fun. Maybe they could want to do it.
I know a little bit about hags. And I'll tell you, hags are all topsy-turvy with their minds. If a hag saw Holland, they'd think Holland was ugly and hideous. when really Holland's just a cutie pie. And
No.
and if they took a look at Oswald, they'd think Oswald was the happiest man in the world. And if they saw you, Flopsy, well, they'd probably think you were pretty boring. But if they saw well, if they saw a maggot eating out an apple, they'd probably think that was a beautiful sign of nature.
You seem to have heard a lot more stories around here than I have. I mean, it's been quite a long while since I was anywhere near anything like this. Has there ever been any stories of a hag maybe not finding something like that so beautiful anymore?
Well, none that I've heard of. And you gotta understand, all of my stories come from Will of the Feywild. He tells some pretty good stories. Never once has he spoken about a hag. Well, not being a hag.
Well, all all stories have to start somewhere, don't they? Maybe we could be the first ones to do that. Maybe we could be the story that Will of the Feywild would start to tell. The strange
Maybe.
band of wonderful, colourful people that came through town and brought life back to Prismeer again.
Well, maybe, but, you know, moths don't turn into butterflies.
I don't?
No, they
I
don't.
thought a cocoon.
Caterpillars can turn into moths or butterflies, but, well, you can't turn a moth into a butterfly or a butterfly into a moth. But
No.
at least,
Flopsy told me when moths die, they go into the cocoon and they become butterflies.
Yes, they do that, don't they, Archie? It's almost like they get a new coat to wear.
sorry, what I meant to say was that the mermaid can't wish for wings. There you go.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I suppose some people do get a bit stuck in their ways, don't they? But maybe they can change.
Well, sure, but I don't think that's true. And I also think you gotta think of it both ways. I mean, we're all good people, right? So if bad people can turn good, well, I wouldn't want to think any of us could turn bad. I think people just are what they show themselves to be. And those hags don't show themselves to be anything nice, and we shouldn't expect anything nice from them.
Well, we're only good if we continue to choose to do good things. I mean, if the hag just stopped doing bad things, then they wouldn't be so bad anymore.
Well, it's like the tale of the scorpion and the frog. Or maybe not that story, she says, looking at Flopsy.
That one should be okay.
Yeah, the tale of the scorpion and the frog, where the scorpion says, "Oh, frog, I want to cross this river. Can you ride me on over?" And the frog says, "Well, you're just going to sting me." And the scorpion says, "Well, no, because I want to get to the other side of the river. I would drown if I stung you." And the frog says, "Well, all right then, you can jump on my back." Anyway, they're
And
going
they
across
both made it safely to the other side because the scorpion decided not to do something bad for once. See, we maybe can change the hag's mind. That's how the story goes, right?
Yeah, you gotta
Well,
try there.
that's not the version of the story I've been told.
Oh, well, if you got told a made-up version.
I don't know. Will of the Feywild, he doesn't make things up, he makes things right.
I thought he told a lot of stories.
Yeah, a lot of true stories.
Oh.
Whilst everyone's talking, Oswald, you spot clump of weeds, a very interesting looking weeds over here. Oswald.
You look at your book of 100 weeds.
Whereabouts were they?
Just here.
I think Oswald hops over.
Oh, I could maybe identify these using my book.
Roll a nature check with advantage, because you have the 100 Weeds book. Hey! You take a look at these weeds. You notice that they've got certain prongs to them, like 3 prongs on either side. You flick through your book and you spot there's a similar picture. You look, and it says, the telepathic clover.
Ooh. Is that it?
You know, well, when you read the information, you know that if one was to eat these, any creature that eats the leaf plucked from these telepathic clovers can communicate telepathically with another creature that eats the clovers up to 100 feet away for 8 hours.
And without saying anything, Oswald just eats one.
You eat one. And
Oh, you're reading the book that I got you, Oswald.
Looks like he's eating something.
Just 1 minute, Flopsy. Just 1 minute.
Are we having a snack? Can I have one?
Just hold on. Just hold on. Let me just try this. Just make sure it's safe.
You eat it all up, and you feel good. But you can't hear any voices at this point.
Oh,
Yeah, it's safe to eat. Everybody took in.
Are you sure?
Does it taste nice?
Not really, but
It tastes.
it said
It tastes minty, but like sort of toothpaste minty. Not like you wouldn't eat it for fun. Like it just tastes like sharp and minty.
well,
Wait,
it
guys, I don't think we should eat these. I don't really know much about the telepathic clover, but apparently if you eat them, you can hear voices.
more friends?
Well, I don't know. I only want my own voices in my head.
Holland is already eating it, so there's not much he can do. He's just going to carry on.
All right. Oswald. Well, Holland, are you thinking any thoughts actively, like out loud into the stratosphere of mind?
He's thinking, that was nice. Although I wouldn't eat it for fun.
Oswald. You hear in your mind, "Ooh, that was nice," although I wouldn't eat it for fun. Although, and then whatever Holland was going to say next.
Well, I wonder what Archie meant by telepathic clover. That shirt does look really good on Flopsy.
Oswald, you can hear all of Holland's thoughts.
Right. Oswald's just not going to say anything.
Oswald,
and he's not going to think anything.
Oswald, roll a
He's going
wisdom.
to stop thinking.
Roll a wisdom saving throw,
Oh, my specialty.
and Holland roll a perception check.
I think.
Okay. Huh. That also looks really tasty. Do you think
Did
they'd
you
be
say,
fine if I studied eating dirt?
did you say a wisdom check or a save?
Save. Oswald, you try not to think, but your thoughts do pop out, and Holland will hear them. What is Oswald thinking?
He's just thinking, oh wow, I can hear people's thoughts.
Holland, you hear that Oswald's thinking that he can hear thoughts.
Oh! There's someone in my head. I say in my head. Hello? Can you hear me?
Wait, I think it's me because I can hear you in my head.
Oswald? You're in my head?
Oh gosh, we aren't like this forever, are we?
And Oswald reads the book.
We're excited. We're having like a mental sleepover.
Whoever eats this, when you read the book, you see whoever eats the clover will hear each other's thoughts for 8 hours.
I'm just so interested in, like, Flopsy's looking at Oswald and Holland's faces because they've just eaten this weird weed from the floor. Like, what's their faces looking like as they're hearing each other for the first time in their heads? Is there, like, shock or...
Just like, yeah, shock and confusion.
Holland's like straining, thinking really hard, and then as he realizes it's Oswald, his like entire face lights up, and he turns to face him, and he's like, "Yeah," you know, like when you do. Like, oh my god, exciting.
Flopsy's holding the weed in his hand, just looking at Archie like, I don't know if we should have these.
Holland, make a wisdom save, and Oswald, make a perception check.
Oh, he's a wise lad, I'll tell you what.
Nice. Oswald, perception check. Wow. Right. Both of you are going to hear each other's thoughts, even if you don't want those thoughts to be heard. So that's very important. Whatever you think, even if you don't want other people to think it, you are going to hear each other's thoughts, right, for the next 8 hours. So if you have a passing thought, Oswald, ever, you have to vocalise it to Holland, because that's what Holland hears. Same for Holland. If you have a passing thought, you have to tell Oswald.
Huh, this is really fun. I'm going to take some for later.
Can you two hear voices now?
We can hear each other.
What do you mean?
Well, like in each other's heads. I say, and then Holland puts his finger to his forehead and thinks, "Hi, Oswald." And then it would reply to me.
Oswald doesn't reply.
Well, he could reply to me if he wanted to.
Oswald will be thinking thoughts and can't control what the thoughts that Holland hears. So that means that if Oswald has any thoughts, Holland is going to hear them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I doubt very much that Oswald has zero thoughts at all.
No, yeah.
Yeah. So
Well,
what does Oswald think?
Well, he's thinking at the minute, how long is it going to be for it until it wears off?
You read in the book it's 8 hours. You know it's 8 hours.
All right, have you already said?
Yes, you know
Twice
it's...
now, 3 times.
Yep, you know it's 8 hours.
Shit.
Yep.
Oh, how long is this going to take to wear off?
So Holland, you hear Oswald saying, "This is going to be 8 hours." Shit.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, well, I thought this was kind of fun. No, it is going to be fun. We'll make the most of it, Oswald, I promise you. There's no need to swear. That's a penny in the jar.
A penny in the jar.
Gotta give me a penny because it was in my mind.
But I didn't say anything.
Ah, but you said a naughty word.
Are you talking this or thinking it?
Saying this out loud now because I need
I don't think it matters at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, just say like says or thinks to differentiate.
Yeah.
Well, Oswald, or should I call you Chuckles, because you like to make jokes. It's your new nickname. Don't be swearing in Holland's mind. He's only a child.
And I can't help but swear in his thoughts.
Well, well, I'll just have to tell you off each time you do. And Archie takes a bite of the telepathic.
Oh my god. Alright. Okay. Archie, make a wisdom save, and Holland and Oswald make a perception check.
Okay.
This is going to be confusing. Okay.
Did I get anything special?
Oh! Make a perception check, Oswald.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Right. Okay. Here we go. So, Archie, you can't help but think your genuine thoughts, and Oswald and Holland can both hear them.
I hope. I think to myself, I hope Flopsy doesn't copy me.
Oswald and Holland hears that.
Flopsy, don't you have some? Archie doesn't want you to.
It's not that. It's just I don't want to look like a hypocrite.
Well, right now I feel as if there could be whole conversations that I'm left out on. Is that something that would be good for everyone, or should I join in?
Really quick though, Oswald make a save, a wisdom save. Oswald and Holland make wisdom saves, and Archie make a perception check for both. So one's for Oswald, one's for Holland. Okay.
Wait, a wisdom save.
Yeah, do a wisdom save. Right, okay, so Archie. Let's have a look here. Oh, okay, Oswald. Your honest thoughts won't be heard by Archie, but everyone else's honest thoughts will be heard by each other.
Archie, nat 20'd first.
Yeah, nat 20'd for Holland. Archie, nat 20'd for Holland.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah,
sorry.
and Oswald beat the save for Archie.
One roll for each.
No. So, basically, the only person's thoughts who are safe, Oswald's thoughts are safe from Archie. Oswald can choose to telepathically communicate with Archie, but Archie can't hear Oswald's genuine thoughts, only Holland can.
So is that the only...
Yeah, that's the only none, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, go on, Flopsy. You should have some. And then we can... we message. We can be like that all the time.
And then Oswald says...
Maybe it's not a good idea, because surely there could potentially be other creatures that have taken this, and it'd be good to have one of us that can't be heard.
That does maybe make sense. Does the book describe how common this clover is? There only seems to be a small patch of it here, so is it likely that other people would have eaten some of this?
You know that it's a rare weed. It's probably like number 5 on the top 100 weeds.
Number 5, telepathic clover. The last thing you want on your mind is telepathic clover.
Number 19, telepathic clover.
Telepathic clover and baked beans.
But Oswald makes a good point, Flopsy, anyway.
We could always save what's here for later. And I can just message in if I need to at any time.
I've already put some in my bag, so if you just change your mind, you can always just take a nibble.
Archie thinks, oh, Holland's so cute.
Oh, I think too.
Archie looks like, what? Well, anyway, Flopsy, it's your choice if you want to eat the telepathic clover or not. But I guess if you want to hear our thoughts and us to hear your thoughts, then obviously have it. But if you don't want that, then don't.
Well, I'll just trust if there's anything that you guys need me to know, you'll be able to tell me. Or I could message if needs be, but this does seem useful for later, so if you've already got some Holland, I'll take whatever's left, and we can maybe use it after these ones wear off as well. DM, how much was there? Was there only enough for one each?
There's quite a few. It's like an outcropping of weeds. There's enough. There's more than enough for you to take some and for them still to be there on the ground.
How long has it been since we woke up? Like in time? As opposed to distance.
I'd say it's been about like 2 hours since the morning, because you got up and opened your presents and stuff.
So my prestidigitation would have worn off, and Oswald will now think I stink.
Oswald will think you stink.
Oswald thinks. Well,
Oswald thinks that he stinks, and only Holland knows that because Archie can't hear Oswald's thoughts unless Oswald chooses.
But Archie can still smell the musk.
I was going to say everyone could probably smell it anyway. So
Holland hears that and just discreetly uses Druidcraft to like conjure up the smell of like rose petals or something.
Where's that musk gone?
Oswald actually has prestidigitation, but he hasn't made the connection that he could use it to hide his musk yet.
Oh,
bless him.
He's never had a good idea.
So, Flopsy, are you passing up on the weeds?
I'll take some weeds for later, but I won't imbibe just yet.
Alright. The book says it's got a shelf life of 24 hours.
Oof. What about in the holding?
In the bag of holding, makes no difference.
Damn.
It'll lose its potency after 24 hours.
But then it's just a nice clover. Well, good ingredient.
Huh?
Are there any 4-leaf clovers?
No. You have a little inspection and no, it just looks like these.
Well, there's no 4-leaf telepathic clovers. They're supposed to be lucky.
Well, maybe we can make these 2-leaf clovers lucky. And it takes 2 to hear another person's thoughts. Holland's gonna tuck it into his armor, just for, spruce the place up a bit.
What, the interior? Anyone comes visiting.
Yeah, next time Skek's hiding out in his scarf,
Alright, so just remember, all 3 of you can hear all of your surface thoughts except Oswald doesn't have to show his secret thoughts to Archie. So that's everyone else's secret thoughts will be heard by each other.
Then they would have heard Holland be like, I can put this in my armor so he has to hide there.
Alright.
Dee-dum. Let's go.
You going for a little wander, Holland?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
We've been stuck for a while.
Wait, Holland.
Yes, Archie?
I'm supposed to be... Flopsy! I'm supposed to be scouting ahead.
That's
Shouldn't
okay.
Holland
go
was
anywhere that I
bouncing
haven't
around.
gone. Well, I was telling Holland off for doing that. Holland,
Here.
I'm doing that. I'm fine.
Well, if one of us is dancing around, the other ones should be able to as well.
Yes,
Oh
stay
no.
Come on,
Maple.
Archie.
Around you.
Circles are
How
fun.
am I going to keep an eye open like this?
You're okay, Archie. Don't worry.
Alright.
Oh, thank God,
Archie, Archie,
Yeah.
Holland and Oswald all hear this in their minds.
With sticks and stones we'll take your nose, with itchy lions here your cares, but none among us can compare to unwise with the stand-up hair. Scarf that boy a steep their toys.
Oh, wait, how do we find out?
It's on Sirenscape.
Alright.
Very good, yes. With a wink and a grin to show his cunning, a crash of his scarf he'll take off running, quick as a bird his long scarf trail.
I'm on Sirenscape, but I'm not hearing anything.
It's the Agden Longscarf song.
This is perfect for me not having taken the weed since I can't hear certain.
And this is
Agden
where...
Longscarf Brigand Prince of Prismere.
Holland stops in his tracks and just suddenly looks very sour.
Did you guys hear that? It sounds like there's some brigands working for Agden Longscarf Brigand Prince of Prismere. He must have also eaten the telepathic clover.
Holland. You hear in your mind? Hey up, governor. And Archie hears it, and as does Oswald. I see you. Ha! You think you could get past me? I don't think so.
Oh, we weren't trying to sneak past anyone. It's just we can't see anyone right now.
Good.
Holland starts looking.
Show
and-
yourself, brigand.
You don't know where I am.
Alright, then so you can play at that game. I pull my hood up on my invisibility cloak and go invisible.
Oh
Oh,
no.
are you in?
Whatever am I gonna do?
Are you like me?
What do you mean, like you?
Like, are we friends?
Friends? We could have been friends. But you're too weak.
I'm not weak.
You're still a child, aren't you? Little baby.
Hey.
Little baby child.
Well, I'm still strong. I can lift up, like, an entire carousel.
You hear the sort of, like, this laughter sort of, like, fade away.
Flopsy, the mind brigands are being mean.
The mind brigands? Can you tell how far away or nearby someone is? Like, Oswald, if you think of something, Holland, can you, like, hear how far away he is? Is it quieter the more he moves? Maybe we could use these clovers like radar. I don't know what that is, but it's a cool word for finding where something is.
Let's give it a go. Okay, here. Oswald, I am speaking to you in my mind now, and then I am going to take a few steps back.
Holland.
Oswald?
I see you're trying to work things out. Surely you know where we are right now.
Oh, you next to me? Holland starts just putting his hands out in the air.
Travel north, I dare you.
Oh, you're not supposed to tell us if this is like hide and seek.
What if I want you to come to me?
Why? Who are you?
You know who I am.
Well, not a friend, because you said no.
Like I said, we could have been friends. Should I test if you can swim again? Or should I test, if I push you in a lake again? See what happens. I wonder if you'll drown.
No. I can swim very well, thank you.
You've probably learned a lot then.
A lot more than you have.
That's what you think.
And by the way, Archie and Oswald can hear this too, but yeah. Sorry, Holland, what were you saying?
That's what I know, because I'm different and you're still mean.
You're different. I'm the brigand prince of Prismere.
Yeah, well, I'm the chicken queen.
Chicken queen.
Yeah.
You
He's the prince, I'm a queen.
Wannabe hag.
Why would I want to be a hag?
You'll never be a hag.
Good. Thank you.
And you'll never be as powerful as Bavlorna.
Like I want to be. You don't know me. You don't know Holland. And you also don't know Oswald and Flopsy.
Oh, I do
so
know
stop
Holland.
acting like you know anything.
I do know Holland.
Great. Well, I'm sure he's looking forward to seeing you again. And taking that ugly, long scarf off of you, and then you'll just be Agda no name of nowhere.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing Holland and taking everything from him. You know that it belongs to Bavlorna, right?
No, it belongs to me. It's my stuff.
Everything you own belongs to Bavlorna whilst you are in hither. You know this.
No. No.
Come on then.
No. All you do is steal things and be a bully. That's all you've ever done. And now you're just doing it for someone bigger than you.
It's not stealing. If there's a rightful owner.
There isn't a rightful owner.
That's what you think.
That's what I know.
No, that's what I know.
Yeah, good one, Holland.
Thanks.
All I can say is this. Good luck then.
Thanks.
Bully. Huh. Well, that's put me in a horrible mood.
Could you figure out who it was that was talking to you?
It was Agden.
Agden himself? Not one of his
Agden
little
Longscarf,
foot soldiers.
Brigand Prince of Trismere.
I can't believe he knew who I was still. Ugh.
Well, he must have been pretty important, Holland.
No. Kind of hoping I'd have the surprise jump on him, but no.
Oswald. Sorry, you were going to say something else then?
No, I was done.
Oswald, did it say in the book how far away you can hear other people's thoughts?
Oswald refers to the book as again.
Yep, it said 100 feet maximum.
100 feet. Right. Flopsy gets the ruler out and looks at how far that would... Oh, shit. So, if all three of you heard him, he must be nearby. Is he hiding somewhere? Did he say where he is? Is Agden the kind of person that would announce himself?
He said to go north. He's probably hiding behind a million other Harengon, but I bet he'll be there.
Flopsy licks his finger and puts it in the air to feel where the wind is coming from. What direction's north?
Archie knows what direction north is automatically.
This is north up here. This
perfect.
direction.
Holland assumes Flopsy knows which way north is because he's grown up.
I always know where north is. Never get lost.
Well, yeah, you're a grown up.
Yes, and I know that too because I'm grown up. Yes. Well, if he's over in that direction, I might not be able to hear him. But Oswald, you might be able to do something similar to this as well. If it does anything. I cast See Invisibility, by the way.
You peer around in your 10-foot range of vision. Because of the fog. Remember the fog? 10-foot range vision. You don't see a single thing out of the ordinary. It does last for an hour, though.
Yep. I didn't realise the fog was obscuring that much.
The fog is completely obscuring everything up to 10 feet. Like, 10 feet and beyond is completely obscured. Like, you are now, like, entering, like, the foggiest part of Hither. Thus far.
Well, do we want to go away from Agden, or... I mean, I suppose if we're going to his toll road, we should maybe move towards him.
Yeah. As much as I'm reluctant to, I think that is the right way.
I'm not afraid of him. Neither should any of you.
Well, if you all keep your ears peeled, I'll try and keep my eyes peeled. I'm very good at seeing things that don't want to be seen, sometimes. The fog might not help, but hopefully between all four of us we can spot him when he's around so he can't get the jump on us.
Archie's passive perception is 18. Just putting that out there. Just putting that out there so everyone remembers, Jenna. Okay.
15, which is an even odd number, so that's got to count for something.
Flopsy's is only 13, but he's trying really hard right now.
Hey.
What's Oswald's? 12.
Yeah, you can't see anything within your 10-foot radius.
As we walk, Holland's going to sort of shrink back to where Flopsy is and link arms with him.
Flopsy will join arms and then turn around to see how far behind Oswald is, and see if Oswald wants to link the other arm.
Oswald denies.
Fair enough. It's always there if you want it, Oswald.
Well then, are we going to find that Agden Longscarf, so-called Brigand Prince of Prisnir?
Yeah. And we're going to kick his butt. But, like, everyone who can read his mind knows that Holland's just shit scared.
You're gonna kick my butt, are you? I know you don't believe that.
Oh, you back again?
I can hear everything you're thinking.
He's here again. I whisper to Flopsy so he knows to look round.
Flopsy looks around intently.
A whole
Come on,
10
then.
feet.
Come on. Step right into my trap, I dare you.
Oh, well, thanks for telling us there's a trap.
Got him there.
That's how you usually trap people. Right, Archie would like to investigate it for any traps. Can I roll investigation?
Yeah.
14.
So you look in your area where you are, 10-foot radius. You see no traps.
I'm gonna keep investigating every 10 feet. Can I roll
You can.
investigation?
Keep going.
18.
Nice. Nothing so far.
There's no traps here. Let me see if there's any traps over here. Let me have a quick look around. Investigation. Yep.
Ooh, you do notice a little loop trap there, a little rope loop trap right there.
Oh, Flopsy! Don't stand there. See right here. There's a little rope loop trap.
Oh, she is smart, isn't she? What a smart one she is.
Everyone, I'm gonna put a big X. Don't stand there. There's a big loop trap. Okay, I'm gonna go 10 feet. I'm gonna see if there's any.
No traps.
No traps here.
And just to give some assistance now that I'm back on Roll20, I'm gonna pull out my mace and cast light and just sort of hold it close to wherever Archie is looking at any point in time, so she's got a better.
I've got advantage.
Okay.
While Archie's looking for traps, like around the environment, Flopsy's going to be closely behind but never going ahead, and looking around for movement or people rather than traps.
Yep. Archie, you spot a bear trap here that glistens in the light. The metal glistens in Holland's light.
Where was it?
Right here.
You think you can get me with that bear trap glistening in the light? Huh. Nice try. Nobody stand on that bear trap glistening in the light. I mean it. Okay. I'd like to roll an investigation.
Okay.
9.
You can't see anything so far.
It doesn't look like there's any traps here.
Make a dex save.
Freak! Oh no.
Ooh! As you sort of like turn to tell everybody, you step forward and pull a little tripwire, and a huge log just swings from the tree that you're beside, and it swings past you, just narrowly missing you, and it like swings violently from side to side and comes to a rest.
Nice try, brigand. Prince of Prismere. Egged in a long scarf. 12.
Yeah, you spot a tiny little bear trap here as well.
And there's also a tiny little bear trap here.
It's covered in
You
leaves.
Thought a tiny little bear trap covered in leaves was enough to fool me. It's there, isn't it?
Yeah. And as far as you're aware now, the coast is clear, and off through the fog, as soon as you get to this point, you can see that this path leads to a wooden walkway that sort of like goes along the water, but you can only see like 5 feet of the actual wooden walkway itself, and it's like leading across some water. Oswald, are you with the
try to
group?
disarm the traps and collect them, by the way.
You can do, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like 2 bear traps would be useful.
Yeah.
We need to roll something
Roll
for
a
that.
sleight of hand. I'd say a DC 12 for each one, so just do that twice. Ooh! The first one you go over to it and you attempt to what's the word? To disarm it. and it actually snaps in your hands, and you take 3 piercing damage as you pull your hand away really quickly. It has snapped closed, but it's snapped in sort of like a broken position, so you can't pick it up. And the second one? No. It snaps closed on you in a broken position, but it doesn't hurt you this time. So yeah, you're unable to collect them.
Whatever. I didn't need those stupid traps anyway. I take 3 damage.
Okay. Alright. So. You, again, can only see 10 feet in front of you. A foggy marsh stretches out before you. You can see through the fog. It's like quite disintegrated a little bit, but not really. Like you can't really make things out apart from like little shadows here and there, and you don't know if the shadows are natural or if it's actually a person or anything. But there are rickety causeways made of wooden planks from a wide web-like structure above the bog. So there's a bog beneath you, and there's these wooden planks running along it. You can see that. Well, you can't even see that far, actually, to be honest. Yeah, you can just see the sort of, I'd say about 10 feet clearly and about 20 feet sort of, like, what's the word? Distorted vision.
10 feet clearly. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Would that provide... What would that be, like, cover, or...
No, it's not cover, it's just...
I'm just asking for, like, logistics of my bow use, really.
Yeah, it's not cover. You can see clearly in 10 feet and sort of obscured with 20 feet. So anything between 10 and 20 feet is, like, sort of shadowy. Yeah. This is a very obscured situation.
Okay. And I'd just like to be keeping my ears and eyes open for anything I see, sort of darting about.
Much louder, and all of you guys' head who's eating the weeds, you can hear.
Yeah, come on then. Come on a bit closer.
Did you hear that, guys? I say in my head. Holland, no, what are you doing?
Where are you, coward?
Yeah, we're not scared.
Are you thinking the not scared thing in your head, or are you saying that out loud?
I'm shouting it out loud.
Oh, okay. Holland, I know we're not scared, but weren't we linking arms? I can't see very far.
Sorry, yes. Just got so caught up in the moment.
Flopsy just smiles when you like come back to him because he like looked a bit freaked out when you ran forward.
He's just being mean in my head again. I had to tell him what for. As you know, as you say to the cherry pie boys sometimes. It's just what you do.
Well, sometimes yes, people do need to be shown what for because they don't exactly know for what. But we need to be smart about it. Like, we can't see very far here, and I don't want to lose anybody. With his other arm, he keeps like fanning it out in the air, almost as if he's grasping, trying to grab Oswald, even though Oswald didn't want his arm grabbed. But like Flopsy can't help his arm from just instinctively reaching out to try and get to Oswald, who I assume is closer behind us than he is on the map.
Yeah, Oswald.
Yeah.
Keep up, Oswald, because this is, you know what I mean? You need to keep up now.
These fools need to be shown what 5, I think, Flopsy.
Alright, Archie, when you get to that position, you see there's a shadow here, there's a shadow here, there's a shadow here, and that's all you can see.
Why the hell are these shadows?
We didn't.
Here? Can you see my point that I'm making?
No.
Oh,
Are you on GM layer?
Maybe I am.
I got GM layer.
You can see a point here, a shadow there, and a shadow here. The shadows sort of move in the fog. And all of a sudden, Holland. To the right of you, you hear a voice out loud say, "Peekaboo." And you look to your right, and Agden fucking Longscarf is standing right next to you. Everyone roll initiative.
Yeah.
No! Right, here we go.
Roll initiative.
Roll initiative, everyone. So click your tokens first and then roll. We're gonna do the turn order thing.
Sorry.
Right, it's okay.
I did it right.
Oh shit, that's loud. Jeez Louise. So,
That was a nice one, though. I like
There we
that.
How you doing?
Oh, hello, Harkness. Menace.
Alright. Beep 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 beep.
Is that what he sounds like?
We have, let's have a look here. Agden Longscarf.
Agden Longscarf.
And also, I'm not good at doing things fast on roll 20. And
Oh gosh, these bad boys.
there are some bad boys in the midst. Now, let's have a look here. We've got Agden with 20. We've got Archie, adding you to the turn order. What did you get, Archie?
16.
Okay. Holland?
Jolly 16.
I got get an 18. Yeah.
18.
Yeah.
Flopsy? What did you get, Flopsy?
12, I'm in the turn order.
Oh yeah, you are in the turn order. And Oswald?
I have
Oswald?
not rolled.
Why have you not rolled initiative, Oswald? There we go. Right. 8. Okay. Oswald, I'm going to put you where you should be. That's why I said keep up, because you're obviously going to be closer than you actually are.
Oswald just decided to stay home.
Oswald just falls asleep. So that's an 8, and that Flopsy's gone. And then we've got this guy, this guy, this guy, Jebic, who's there, obviously,
Yeah.
this guy, and this guy. Okay. So now we're going to sort by descending. We've got this guy first. Okay. So this guy, he is going to... Right, so this guy over here, he's the one who spots you first, Archie. And Agden attempted to make a surprise on you, but you were already, like, sort of knowing that he was going to pop out at you at some point.
Silly Bella.
Yep. So, this Harengon comes over. And let's see how far they can go. He can do a standing leap of 20 feet. So he's going to leap over towards... Let's have a look here. He can leap over, bam, right in front of you, Archie. And he steps towards you. He has a club in his hand. And he's going to whack at you with this club. And that's going to miss with a 6. And that's his turn. But it's Agden now. Agden.
By the way, can I just ask before we continue, is my dagger +1 or is it just a regular dagger?
Which dagger?
Sir Talavars.
It's a +1, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you not put it in?
I'm putting it in now. Sorry.
No. Right.
Can I also be slightly annoying and ask for color coding on the Harengons at some point, please? Just to make it easier to combat.
Right. So we've got... Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. Right, that's all of them, isn't it? And Agden's the main one, so you know the difference between Agden and the rest.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Cheers.
Okay, so it's Agden. He is standing in front of you, Holland. You can see his 15-foot scarf blowing behind him in the wind, and in his hands he holds a branding iron. He thrusts it towards you, and
No thanks.
that's an 11 to hit.
No.
That's not going to happen. And he's going to try and thrust again for a 17.
No.
That's a no. He's then
No
going
means
to...
no.
He's going to do a leap 20 feet away. So that's the standing leap. 20 feet away, jumping out of the way. Into the fog. You can't see him now. And he can also move further than that. Okay. You don't know where he's gone.
I can't see him.
You cannot see him. Jebek is standing on the bridge. She's going to bound. Like, this jump thing's fucking crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, she's gonna bound right directly behind Alar. And get advantage on... on Archie, excuse me. Directly behind Archie to get advantage of the flank. And here we go. Jebek is going to hit Alar with the club. That's a 20 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
3 bludgeoning damage.
Oh no, that's too much. Say it ain't so.
Alright.
Oh, wait up.
Holland, it's you.
Gotta remember how to Paladin. Right. First things first. I'm gonna touch my, what do you call it? my symbol. And I'm gonna use Shield of Faith on me. He's gonna glimmer a bit gold as he gets +2 to AC. Ha. Take that, Agden. Oh, his blood's boiling. He's wanting to chase after Agden, but he knows he should protect his friends first, so he's going to use Bless and hold out his hand. First to Archie, then to... Oh god, it's 3 and there's 4 of us. Then to himself. Oh, who needs it more? Oswald? Oswald does, don't he? Okay, I'm going to say Oswald.
Alright. So you're getting Bless cast on you. Flash it up for us.
Yes.
Alright. Declan, time for you to pay attention and read what's happening. So.
Just a moment. I've lost it.
So Holland is casting Bless on Archie, himself, and Oswald. That means that whenever you make an attack roll or a saving throw, you can add a d4 to the number rolled. And that will last for 1 minute, aka 6 rounds. Is it? No, 10 rounds, excuse me.
10 rounds.
Yeah. Alright.
And
Someone
then
make a note of that, because I can't control everything.
I'm just going to move myself down here. I'll keep an eye on Bless, don't worry.
Alright, brilliant, yep.
Because
Okay.
I know where he's gone, so I'm just chasing after him also, I think.
So you've moved out of the space where Jebek is. Jebek will take an attack of opportunity against you, Holland, unless you have a reason not to.
No, go for it.
So nat 20 to hit, 8 bludgeoning damage. Jebek smacks you and she's like,
You're not gonna get him, you know? You're not gonna get him! Ha ha!
Wait, I take the damage?
well, you're gonna bamf, aren't you?
Yeah.
Right, your bamf will be, let's have a look here. First bamf will be 15 feet away, so I'm gonna pop you there. Further away than you wanted to be.
Wee.
Yep, so that's no damage, but the bamf.
Yeah.
The bamfs will get further and further. Alright, Archie.
Okay. So, oh my god. Archie stands on the bridge. Right. Okay. So, preferably what Archie wants to do is, so as a bonus action, I am going to select Jebek as my hunter's mark. Oops, I don't know what that did. I tried to pop it up. Sorry. How do you pop it up? How do you pop it up?
Hunter's mark.
Oh, the little speech mark. There we go. So I'm going to select her as my hunter's mark using a bonus action. And then I would like to attack with my a dagger. Does a 13 hit?
A 13? 13 does not hit.
What's your D4? Roll your D4.
Oh, plus my blah, 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 but I'd also like to...
Before Jenna said if it had hit or
Yes.
not.
Oh yeah, bless. You've got bless, it's fine.
Don't know if it was heard.
Yep.
Okay, so I need to slash our 1d4. 15?
That hits.
Yes! Okay, so it's going to take 8 plus 2 damage.
That's for the crit.
No, sorry. It's going to take 8 damage.
Yep.
And then also an additional 6 damage. And furthermore, I have... yeah, that's all for now.
How do you want to do this?
Oh.
Non-lethally, that's for sure. So I would like to... I just use the handle bit of the dagger, and I just whack Jebuk over like the back of the head with it, and knock her out.
Alright. She is knocked out. You hear in your mind Agden say, "You're gonna regret that."
And it's still my turn, and I would like to... No, I'm not going to move. I'm going to stay here.
Alright.
And that is my turn. Over.
Okie dokie. So, through the fog, you hear the whistling of a bolt coming your way.
My way.
Yes, that's 23 to hit.
Jeez.
8 piercing damage coming at you. As from the thick fog comes about the northwest to you. It's this guy who shot you. You can't see him though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just do the maths. Yeah, okay.
Alright.
So I've taken 8 damage.
Yeah, 8 piercing. Alright. This guy comes bounding towards. He's got a 20-foot jump as well. Let's have a look. He can't make it all the way over to you. But he's going to jump. He's actually going to jump right here. Oops, excuse me. He's going to jump there. He's bounding towards. And the next sniper. Let's have a look. We've got a sniper in the midst. The little purple sniper is going to snipe Archie, considering Archie's the one who's just put down Jebuk. That's a 15 to hit.
Okay, that misses.
Misses. Right, okay. It whistles past you. Flopsy, it's you.
Flopsy is going to walk round this way, kind of just look and go, "Ooh, that's a bit too violent," but also kind of nod at Archie for not doing it lethally. As Flopsy passes Archie, how does Archie look? Like, and I notice you've been hit a few times.
Ooh, well, you wouldn't say that Archie looks bloodied, but it wouldn't be a far cry to say that.
Right. I will do the one that doesn't need touching as a bonus action. Oh. Keep up the good fight, Archie.
Archie's reinvigorated by all your kind words.
Flopsy will carry on his movement, starting there. That's about 30 feet if I move. Yeah, in that space. Can I see Agden?
No.
If I look around from here?
No,
Not at all?
Not at all.
Okay. Can I now see Holland?
Yes.
Oh, thank God I found you again.
Hey.
You can't run off like that when we can't see each other.
I bamfed, to be fair. I didn't mean to go this far out.
Well,
That's
that's
gonna
fair
be-
if it wasn't your choice, but you still ran away.
I did, that's true. I'm sorry.
That was my bonus action, but I still, if I can't see Agden, I don't really have an action specifically that I want to do, so I'm gonna dash, but maybe not use my full movement on the dash. I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It'd get me there. I'm gonna go there and see if anything changes about what I can see.
You can see that there's a brigand here, the orange one.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can also see the red
goodness.
one. You can see the red one and you can see ALR as well.
Right, okay.
Fucking Archie, I'm so sorry. Yeah, Archie. You can see Archie and
You can see the ghost of Ayla.
You can see orange. You can see orange, red, and Archie. All right.
Right.
Okay. Oswald.
I might just dash up to probably Holland,
All right.
and then
What up?
cast enhance ability,
That's good.
Ooh.
and I'm gonna choose. Hold on, I'll just whack it in. I'm gonna choose Bear's Endurance.
I will just say you might not need that because the temporary hit points thing won't matter because Holland's not going to get hurt, and there's no con checks to be needed here. So you could probably choose something else just for a better chance on stuff.
The rest of them are pretty crap in this situation.
I think Bull Strength would be okay. Just because of the dex checks.
Yeah.
Is that not Cat's Dex?
Pardon?
Is that not Cat's Grace?
Oh yeah, Cat's Grace. Excuse me, Cat's Grace. The target has advantage on dex checks. Doesn't take damage from falling 20 feet.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, because the falling thing would make you actually hurt.
Yeah, that's great.
Right.
Yeah, lovely stuff.
Okay. Alright, so you cast an enhance ability. Have you got a bonus action that you want to do?
No.
Alright, and also I'll do a quick time check. Is everyone okay to continue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What time is it?
17 past 10.
Oh no, I need to be at the gym at past.
At 1:30. You need to be there at 1:30.
Yeah.
Alright, okay. Well, in that case then, we'll have to pause there and have a little cliffhanger. Alright, so we're in the midst of battle. I'll keep my turn order up. Oswald's just cast Cat's Grace. So that's going to be great for a bit of nice, dexterity things across these boards. Yeah, we're in the middle of the Agdon Longscarf fight, and that is where we will pick up next Monday. Alright. Hope you've all had fun, everybody. We're about to end that stream, so if anyone wants to say anything before I end it, now's the chance.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Alright, okay. Alright, good night, everybody, and goodbye.
Good night, lovelies.
Night.